All right, so how do I intro this? I'll just say
need a little jingle. The G1 transition.
Yeah.
That was the
do
G1.
that.
I didn't catch that at all.
Oh
No,
my
I caught
god.
that.
No, I wasn't doing it. No. Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. This is going terribly.
It's okay.
no.
So welcome to the second episode of That's Just Primal. I said it's like a game show thing. It's not really a game show.
What's the prize? What do I win?
You win a trip to TFcon Toronto.
For free? Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, it's not free. Oh, hell no, it's not free.
Hey man, it's cheaper than TF.
TF Nation. We British, we're an expensive lot. We are.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
You've seen the prices of some things in Canada recently?
Can I just say, by the way, Ultra, I love the name of this podcast. I think it's...
There has to be like a monkey involved somewhere. It is Primal.
Yeah, we need a logo.
Yeah, I need a logo. Maybe one of our artist friends can draw me a logo. That way you know. But yeah, without further ado, I have with me today that toy guy
Hello.
and Comodin Cam.
Hey, hi.
Who you may know them from the YouTubes and stuff. So
The internet.
the internets,
Interwebs.
the
Yeah,
interwebs.
Famous
so-
internet.
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about TFcon, your TFcon Prep, everything that you need to know before coming to TFcon, and good things to do at TFcon, and just kind of like general TFcon advice. So, like, obviously, like, I'm a staff member at TFcon. I've gone to the convention for like well over a decade, maybe 2 decades. No, I'm not going to say 2 decades. That's a long time.
I'm not that old.
No, maybe
Immediately
a decade
dates
and a
yourself.
half. No, I'm trying not to age myself. But Arjun, oh shoot, are we using?
You can use my name. I don't care. I prefer my name
okay.
over my channel name.
Okay, yeah.
My
My
name is
name's in the
Arjun.
title.
Oh no, the truth's
My
come
name's
out.
in the title, so...
It's
I
Bill,
have it.
right?
Yeah, it's just John.
John Hasbro.
Yeah. Oh, great
Well,
start.
I'm gonna stick with Ultra, so just
Yeah.
in case. But yeah, Arjun, you've been to some TFcons before, right?
Yeah, I've been going since 2011. Yeah, that would have been when I moved back from Australia. So 2011 was my first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Cam, this will be your first ever TFcon.
I'm a TFcon virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yay.
Popping his TFcon cherry.
Yeah.
I know. I was supposed to have obviously gone last March in LA, and I was so heartbroken I couldn't go. Like, seeing you guys on the panel was like so awesome though. So it kind of made me feel a bit better. You know, to see you guys actually there, it's like, obviously there's a little bit of, you know, I'm crying inside, but like at the same time I'm so proud of every single one of you.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, this is so cool, you know. But then obviously seeing the reaction of, you know, me not being there, it made me feel more like eager to get out there. Because I when you're at school, you see, you think you're the only person who's interested in this stuff. And then I found Lewis, and it was just me and Lewis for the most part. So knowing that there was like a whole place you could go to, it was always something I wanted to do, but obviously I never expected to be, well, I didn't expect to have the money to go. And being on YouTube for so long, it was inevitable to have that experience. And I'm definitely not going to miss this time. Or any of them. I'm going to go to LA hopefully next year.
Oh, awesome.
So, and obviously
Yeah.
TF Nation as well. So I'm not going to miss out on any chances, and I'm going to buy a ton of toys. I'm going to go bankrupt. So,
well, hopefully not bankrupt, but yeah, I know so many people were like disappointed that you didn't come to the LA one. It was like, yeah, like if you watch the videos, like so audible, like people are so upset. It's
I
like,
showed
oh,
you today. Aww.
I showed my
they
friends.
don't care about us. They just wanted Cam.
I was so how do you explain it? Like goosebumps and sort of like, really? Like it was like, wow. I showed my friends, and they were like, oh. So are you like famous or something? They couldn't believe it either. They were like, what the hell? Like, wow, you're a big deal, Cam. I'm like, not really. It's just, I think it's just like the completion of us all together.
Yeah.
I think that's more to do with, like, everyone loves seeing us together. That's why I like doing collabs with you guys. It's always fun when you see people pair up. So it's like, my mum was like, oh, wow, that's really sweet. That's really, and I'm like, well, it's a community of people together. And when one misses out, people naturally, I think, just like, oh, damn, But still, nonetheless, it was... I cried a little bit. I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had like a pretty good crowd there. Like, I was surprised. Like, we had like a lot more people here than I thought we were gonna have. It's like, oh wow, the room's like actually like pretty full. It's like, oh, okay.
Like I saw the crowd was just like loving it, and it was just so cool to see everybody, especially coming talking to you afterwards and just talking to them, like, that's the whole point. It's like, oh, it's not an ego thing having a panel. It's about just like, it's like a whole big table of all of us together, like communicating with fans just like us.
Big
we're all
hangout.
fans. Yeah, it's a massive hangout basically.
Yeah.
That's how I would always treat it. It's just like a big hangout, and people who you like watching content of is like, there, who you've watched for years as well. I feel like recently Transformers YouTubers, like, there's so many of us now. There's so much variety, and when you've got the OGs from the original, like P.O.L. and all them, like, and you've got young like me and are we using your full name
Just
again?
call me Arjun.
Where people like me and Arjun, they love seeing that interaction between all generations of fans. That generation of fans all coming together. It doesn't matter what age you are, you can still love the big robots.
Yeah, robots are for everybody.
Yeah. And I'm glad we have like a good variety of people and stuff. Like, obviously,
you need it.
Yeah, and like there's more like YouTubers like me and Cam who do kind of like the, I guess, like media review kind of thing, and then there's folks like Arjun and Vangelis that do like the toy review kind of thing. Like, there's a whole variety of like different Transformers YouTubers and stuff, so it's nice that like we can all get together and do stuff.
Well, that's what I love about the Transformers fandom, because if I want a toy review, I know Arjun will give me a good video. With me, however, if I ever want to do some toys, it's more like a one-off. Like, that's why I did the outdoor reviews, just something different, because I'm not going to like do what Arjun does, because I can't do what Arjun does. I don't know how he does it.
It takes a lot of work.
Exactly. And I go out in the garden for 5 minutes.
Well, that's where the sunlight is.
Yeah,
If it
and I'm
wasn't
like,
so hot, I'd do the same thing.
it's like, that's enough footage. I'll see if I can make that into 5 minutes. And it's like, yeah, okay, yeah. But then I love sitting down and watching, your kind of reviews, Arjun, because it's like you do a whole presentation, it's got jazzy music and all that kind of stuff, and you show me angles of the toys that are like really well presented.
Yeah,
and it's like,
he's really good at posing the toys and stuff too. It's like, oh wow, that's like a pose I didn't know that toy could like pull off, and it's like looks like so good.
You just gave me an awful idea. You said how you like the way I pose the figures, and based on our earlier conversation about the guy on YouTube, I might pose one of them just like that.
Not the
one bring
Kevin
up Kevin.
poses. Not the Kevin
No one,
poses.
no one bring up Kevin.
I'm currently
No.
doing that with Victory Saber.
Oh, God.
I can't believe Kevin made it into this podcast.
No.
If you know, you know. If you don't
Yeah.
know, you're good.
If
You're
you don't know,
good.
now you know.
Trust me, you don't want to know. You don't.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
I thought you were going to say yikes.
Yikes.
Yikes. God.
There you go.
My eyes are sore. Anyway.
Oh my God. Okay.
No. You took the time to do that.
It took 5 seconds.
Yeah, you should be ashamed. Those 5 seconds. Those 5 seconds of your life dedicated to Kevin. How
Yeah,
how
but you
dare
dedicated like a whole hour to it earlier.
Shut up, okay? I was just being informative. I was just trying to be informative.
Sure.
Oh.
Now I'm going to have to try and cut this.
No, leave
Sorry.
it in. I think you should leave it in.
If I leave it in, then I have to post the picture that Arjun did.
Oh, that one's
For
PG. That
context.
one's fine.
Okay.
That's PG. That's allowed.
Yeah,
Actually,
feel
you know,
free to
I'm-
use it. Go for it.
I'm currently messing with the YOLO
Kevin?
Park Optimus Prime. No, I'm messing with YOLO Park Optimus Prime, and I think I'm about to just do the same thing to Prime.
Oh god.
Okay.
And he's got those 2 fingers as well.
Oh,
with
no.
No,
pointing. This is okay. I'm sorry, guys. You might have to cut this out.
I,
Hello, Bumblebee.
no.
Let me show you the real power of the Prime. Please keep this in. I changed my mind.
This is gold, but it's also what the fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, can I swear on this podcast?
Oh yeah, can we?
Well, I try and keep it PG, but yeah.
Okay. No
Yeah.
It's
swearing,
age
got it.
it's age restricted now.
Well, it's age restricted now, yeah.
Yeah.
This one's
Alright,
going to have
God,
to be
I'm-
like members only.
God,
You're
I'm
going to have to
sweating.
need a credit card.
You're gonna need a credit card.
Yeah.
Well, you need
gonna
that
go
anyways
on-
to watch Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's going to go on my only bots. So
What a,
So-
oh god.
let's move on to the meat of this this
This
podcast.
is about TFcon, we swear.
Yeah,
Back to
let's get back on
TFcon.
topic and stuff. So, I guess since like I'm the TFcon veteran here, I'll start off and like I have some general tips and stuff here. So, just like one of my first tips is to make sure that you book your hotel early. And I know Cam kind of ran into this with LA, but it helps to book your hotel early because well, for one thing, it's good to book it before the hotel sells out because then you're not getting a room. But also, if you book earlier, you might get a better deal. So, I know.
Discount.
Yeah, I know Cam was, I don't know if it's okay to say, but Cam was like a little confused about why the price was different on the LA hotel from what,
I was a
what you got
mess.
before.
Trying to figure all this out was such a migraine. I could not. I was like so confused because I was looking out for the benefit of paper plane as well.
Right.
The reason why I had a freak out was not because of me, because I always screw myself over. That's normal. But when it comes to like my mess surrounding other people, I try my best. I think I've done a pretty good job of always keeping my mess away from other people or my mistakes. So like, I said, oh no, I don't want to cause any stress or pain for paper plane.
Yeah.
But for the LA one, I think for next year has already got the hotels bookings up. So I think I'm going to book that pretty much as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Really. Just
Yeah.
because, like, the prices are so much cheaper.
Yeah, like usually if you know you can go to TFCon and you really want to go, like you know you're going. Like basically if you know you're going and you know you can afford to go, like book as early as you can. because it's not going to hurt. And the thing with hotels is you can always cancel. Like, I know different hotels have different cancellation policies, but usually it's like, 48 hours before or 72 hours before, and that you won't get charged anything. So even if it turns out like last minute you get COVID and can't go, you can still cancel your hotel if you want to. Not to rag on Cam too much.
This episode is just my mistakes, my failures attending
it's
LA.
not.
No,
Hey, at least you're coming to Toronto.
Yeah.
Canada gets you before LA. I'd see that as a win.
Yeah.
I explained it to the lady on the phone in LA, and she was like, yeah, she got it. She was like proper sound with me. She was just like, she did it within like a minute. It took me ages to get on the phone though, bearing in mind, like, I had to like wait for so long. And obviously the minute cost as well on phone, international calls is really expensive. So I was like, can you hurry up, please?
Yeah.
Like, I'm losing 10 quid per minute. So, yeah, that's the only downside of, like, cancelling is, like, if you live international, of course.
Yeah. I would just call from work. Use their minutes.
Yeah. Or your parents or anyone. Just find someone.
Have a friend from the US cancel your hotel for you.
I'm not usually this much of a, like, when it comes to like organization of planning and that, I'm not usually this much of a hot mess, but I'm looking back on the LA like, oh god. Like, oh yeah, that was a bit of a, but the thing is, I'm definitely going to the LA one because it's the 40th anniversary, and I can just imagine the amount of guests, special guests, that will be going to celebrate 40 years of robots.
Yeah.
So that will be a big one for sure, and I cannot wait.
40 years of optimum pride.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember like the last few LA ones were like huge. Like LA always has tons of guests because that's where all the, celebrities and stuff live. So like it's nothing for them to just like, like they just wake up in their own bed, drive to the convention, go to their table, sign stuff, and then when they've had enough, they just go home. They don't have to like sleep in like a hotel room or something. It's like, no, I'm just gonna drive like 20 minutes home, and it's like, okay, later, see you tomorrow.
Oh dear.
But yeah, the LA ones are always awesome. I would definitely recommend. Like obviously, like the TFcon Toronto ones are super chill and super relaxed, but the LA ones are they're a bit of a spectacle. I won't lie. Like I don't know if it's because I was staff, but like this past LA one, I don't think I stopped. I did like I did not have a moment to rest. Like between like doing staff stuff and then just like hanging out with like our like YouTube friends, it was just like nonstop. Like I wanted to do like other stuff. Like I wanted to do like a fan like meet in the lobby, but like I just like lie down. I lied down on my bed for just a minute to rest my feet, and I just fell asleep. I woke up the next morning, and it's like, oh well, I guess I'll do that tomorrow night. And it's like same thing. It's like, oh okay, convention's over. Oh well. But yeah. Yeah, definitely need a lot of energy for some of these TF cons if you want to do like the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
But let's see. That's hotels. Flights is basically the same thing. I think the best advice is to just keep like an eye on like Google Flights and stuff and like track. They have like a nice tracking feature that'll let you track flight prices. So whenever you think is like a price that you're comfortable with, I would say grab it. Because I know I was thinking of coming to TF Nation again. Because, I mean, it seems more safe than Orlando at this point.
Oh, God.
But, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you went to TF Nation before. When was that?
Oh no,
What,
I
you
haven't. But I want to go to this one. Like
I see.
I have my tickets already. I ordered those back in March, but I just haven't booked the flight because it's like insanely expensive. And
Yeah,
also, I also need to update my passport. I need to do that with my new name and stuff. But
yeah. It's really important to book your flight. I learnt this, so
Yeah.
I was supposed to have been coming with my friend Lewis. He was supposed to have come with me. We were going to make it like a trip together.
right,
But he had issues with his passport. There's like a huge queue or something of
Oh.
renewing your passport or something. That's in the UK though. But
Yeah.
like, they've all been going on strike or something. I don't know the full extent of it, but the longer I had to wait for him, the prices were going up for the flights, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm leaving you behind. I am not, And he got it. He was like, dude, just go. Do not wait for me, because the prices just kept rising. To Canada, like a direct flight. I wanted a direct flight. I don't want to go from
Yeah.
one country to the other because I'll get lost. I just know myself well enough going, my whole thing will be just asking everybody, where do I go?
Yeah.
But I feel like the price I got for Canada was a real good one. And I'm like, okay, I'm staying with that. But yeah, be sure to definitely book your flight as early as you can, because you'll notice how significantly, like, it changes. I think it may be per month or something. Like,
Yeah.
the closer you get, it'll just, like, go up 200 or whatever. Something crazy.
Yeah. Occasionally they'll have deals, but it's like not guaranteed. Like a few weeks ago, the price dropped to like 40% of like what it was before. And I was like, oh, I need to book it now. And then I started doing the booking thing, and I was like, oh, I don't have my new passport. It has like my old name and stuff on it. It's like, no, I don't want to book under my old name, because for one thing, that would be confusing. And it's like,
Yeah.
woman goes up with a guy name. It's like, huh. It's like, yeah.
Interesting.
I just don't want to deal with that. But yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get my passport done as soon as possible. Like, even if I don't end up going to TF Nation, at least I'll have it done. But yeah. Oh yeah, do you have, this is slightly off topic, but I guess it's applicable to our like UK or English listeners. Do you have your ETA yet, Cam?
Yes, I do. It was incredibly cheap. It was like
Okay.
£7. I'm not quite sure. Maybe a bit more. I can't remember. But it was very cheap. I got that. I need to print that off, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to print everything off. Even if you have it electronically, like on your phone, you just never know what's going to happen with your phone. Just make sure you print off all your stuff, passport, tickets, whatever. Obviously, your tickets to the convention.
Yeah.
Just print. If you have a printer, get a
Print
printer.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes, print everything. Print a backup of everything. No, but yeah, I've got my ETA. I need to get that sorted.
Yeah.
Like printing wise, but it was very quick. There's actually a thing when you're filling out your ETA, you type in when you're flying, and it will give you an estimate on, like, say if you're booking within 24 hours, like say your flight's in 24 hours and you want an ETA, they'll be like, no, it's not going to get to you in time. You'll get your ETA in like 48 hours. It was really quick. I got my ETA almost incredibly fast, but it's not always guaranteed with everybody. Obviously, depending on your ethnicity and your situation, background, whatever, it can take longer and faster for some people. It depends. It depends what you like fill out and stuff. If you're pregnant or whatever or anything, they want you to fill out. And they'll ask you like really specific questions about your family, if you've ever been to prison, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully none of our listeners have been to prison, but they'll ask you questions about
Have you
all
been
that
to prison?
Stuff. Twice. No, I'm kidding. Twice. That's why they let me in so quick.
Prison cam.
Yeah. Prison cam. But yeah, no, the ETA is usually really fast, but make sure you book it well in advance.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. Better safe than sorry.
Yes, and I have been sorry many times.
So I think my next tip is to make sure that you set a budget, because I know, especially like when you're in the dealer room or in the artist alley, it can be very tempting to get something like, especially that you didn't expect that you would want. And like there's also, I mean, we'll probably talk about this later, but there's also like the TFcon exclusives, and I would suggest that people pick up like one of the TFcon exclusives as a souvenir. But like you obviously don't have to if toys aren't your thing, but there's always that like something that you find that you're like, oh, I really want that. So like it's good to set like a budget for yourself, and maybe have like multiple budgets. Like maybe have like, this is how much I'm gonna spend as my main budget, and then I'm gonna keep like this little bit extra just in case I do find something that I want that is not something that was on my list. What do you guys have to say about that?
That's exactly how I do it.
Okay.
Go in with, well, for me, it's like, even though I've never actually spent anything on art stuff at a convention, and I've tried, I'm going to this year, I have to.
Yeah.
But it's like, have a budget for toy stuff, have a budget for like signings if you want, have a budget for art stuff if you want. Like divvy up have a main amount you're going to spend, and then divvy it up between those different categories, and then try not to go over it. That's how I try to do it.
Yeah.
It's
Cam, do
worked
you
so
have?
far.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you've gone to like, especially like a lot of like the 1-day shows and stuff that we do, that we also do. So yeah, you definitely have some convention spending experience there. Yeah. I've seen you walk out with like armfuls of toys.
Yeah. Yep. Gotta go looking through the sandwich bags. Those are where you get the best deals.
Yeah.
See, I tried to do that. I wrote out like my budget, and then I immediately ripped it up because I just realized that it's literally not going to work for me. Like, I'm usually careful with money, except for when it comes to Transformers. So I just know for a fact when I get there, I'll see like, God, I don't know, a DLX or a TFA toy I never got because I used to have a big Transformers anime collection, and if I just see something from my past, I will immediately get it, and I will not hesitate. I'll just buy everything that I see that just makes my eyes pop, because it's like Christmas, except like I'm 5 again.
Spends $1,000 on G14 Max.
Think of it like this: it's like walking into Toys R Us, but it's all Transformers, and it's like, holy shit! Like, I have the mother load here. You know, I've seen so many stores that have vintage Transformers toys from each generation, and I'm just like, I could spend there for days just gazing, not even like buying, but just looking. So I feel like I'm going to really... People are just going to look at me going, are you going to buy anything, or are you just... I'm staring, okay? I'm contemplating my choices.
I'm soaking it all in.
Yeah, like, I will be honestly so amazed with all the old stuff and new stuff I'll see. So, I just threw my budget out the window. Like I'll just improvise.
Money? What is money? What is saving? I don't know. Cool Transformer toy.
I guess if you're loaded like Cam, you don't need a budget.
If you're loaded.
I had a good revenue month. Not anymore. It's immediately going to all toys. Like, I actually... Because I stopped collecting Transformers for a long time because, you know, I was just being very careful with my money. I was in a different financial situation then. So I just didn't have... And plus, the passion kind of faded a little bit. You know, I've had an interesting time period doing YouTube. Like, I've had highs and lows, mental health, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I started to get back into the groove, getting back into the enthusiasm, you know... I realized, shit, I need more shelves, you know, and like I'm going through a whole kind of decoratory kind of thing in my room. I'm trying to like I'm collecting a lot now, and I have that kind of privilege, I guess, or that kind of luxury
Yeah.
of doing that. I have that luxury of collecting again stuff I actually want as well. It's not even like I'll just buy something random, you know. Like sometimes I'll be like yesterday, Sideways, Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series. He was 13 quid. And I watched your video, Arjun. I watched your video, and that convinced me to buy it. I was like, okay, fine, I'll buy it. I just watched your video, and I was like, marketing. There it is, Hasbro, that toy guy. He was 13 quid, and I was looking on eBay, and it was like 25 quid. I'm like, nah, this is a good price. I'm getting it. You know, I had to pay £3 extra for shipping, but
love that figure.
But that's such an out of place thing because when it comes to movie studio series, I barely have any. So he's like, I have Long Haul, and I have, that's it. Yeah, I have Long Haul.
So you got a good one and an okay one.
Yeah, like because I don't really go crazy with movie studio series because I'd rather get DLX versions of them. I'm not really so interested about Transform. Oh, sorry, yeah, I've got Scourge. I bought Scourge recently.
Scrooge.
But yeah, like I'll see that at TFcon. I'll just see like these figures because obviously I've been like you'll see it like they'll be on eBay or you won't even see them on eBay at all. Like you'll search for a figure and it's not on eBay and you're like, what's going off? And you'll go to like one of these conventions and someone's selling it and it's like, wow. Like it's just a hidden toy that nobody sells, but unless if you're at a convention.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those at TFcon, especially third-party stuff.
Yeah.
There's just stuff you don't see online. You go to TFcon, you're like, oh, that's a thing. Never seen that before. And what's the price? Oh, $1,600? Okay.
I'll buy it. You're testing me, but I'll buy it.
I know. I was gonna say like Hasbro should definitely send you stuff, Arjun, because like similar to Cam, there was that third party Optimus Primal that you reviewed recently, and I was like, oh, I should get that from TF Safari, and then and then they sold out, and it's like, oh, I wanted that. Oh well.
Monkey's fun. I love Monkey.
Yeah, because I had that toy as a kid, like the original one and stuff, and it's like, it was so. It was hilarious watching you transformer because it's like you're like, oh, this toy has like a really intuitive transformation. It's like, yeah, yeah, it transforms exactly like the original. It's like I could transform that like without even looking at the instructions. It's like I'm so familiar with that.
See, the funny thing about that is I saw that and I don't even want it. I just want to own it. Like I saw it and I was like, do I really want this? I'm like, I kind of do. Like just so I can say I own it. Because I don't know where I ranked it in my Optimus Primal tier list. I think I said I didn't really like it that much. I didn't like the drastic change because I loved that original design so much, Season 1. But like seeing it in toy form just made it 10 times better looking. Because one thing I love about Beast Wars is their toys are so accurate to the 3D... Well, I should say the 3D models are so accurate to the toys. You know, it's like you actually do own it from screen to in person, you know. That's why I go crazy for DLX stuff like non-transformable figures because it's like I love to take it from the screen and just like have it in my hands. So seeing that Transmetal Optimus Primal, I just looked at it going, I don't really need it.
But I want it.
But I want it anyway. I don't even have a Beast Wars collection. I have Dinobot, and it's kind of it. You know.
I mean that's most toys for you.
Oh, I have.
You
Inferno
just see it,
as well.
you want it. You don't need
Trilogy. Unicron Trilogy is really good for that whole screen to toy thing because it's just toys first and then the screen design, so they all look like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. Even the new ones, even the new Override, who I have on my desk here, she looks exactly like she did in the show.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you again for helping me get one, by the way.
You're welcome.
This is nice.
Yeah, so we...
And she fell over. God damn it.
Oh.
Stand up. There we go.
So we talked about budget. I don't think we kind of touched on shopping list. So like I would suggest if there's anything you're like really looking for, I would say make a shopping list and try to go around and see if the different dealers have the particular things you're looking for.
I would also add to that, when you're making a shopping list, try to put down the price. Like, go on eBay, go on like Mercari or Kijiji or Gumtree or whatever you use, and like scroll through the different prices, and then put like how much you're comfortable with spending on said item. That way, if you go in and you find item X and you see it's a price that's too high, you're not pressured to getting it. You wrote down, you're like, I will buy it if it's this much.
Yeah.
And that way you can kind of stick to your budget, because then you can sort of sort things out.
Yeah,
And
you
I would
know,
say
like,
if you,
you're not getting
on.
ripped off and stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I was going to say, if you don't trust yourself with that, just buy it. Just bring an extra suitcase on your journey. Because if you aren't sure how many boxes you're going to have to bring back, just bring an extra suitcase, just in case of emergencies. Because that's what I'm going to do.
And don't
I'm
forget,
bringing
don't forget, you can also ship stuff to yourself if you really need to. You can have, you can take stuff to the post office. Or you can have someone you know who lives in wherever the convention's being held to ship it for you if you can't fit it.
Really?
Yeah, like if you have something that's too big, one of us can ship it to England for you.
Then I'll be unstoppable.
Oh God, I should not have said that, should I? Oops.
I'm just gonna go crazy now.
Cam's gonna spend all of his credit card company is gonna call him. You spent $30,000 in Canada. Oops.
Yeah.
I'll channel you. You're gonna be my my courier.
I go to the post office and the lady sees the box and goes, "What the f are you doing?"
Just say it's for Cam. We don't ask questions.
Yeah, like I remember when I went to like BotCon, and like they would obviously have like their exclusives, and like people would buy like multiples of the exclusives to flip and stuff. I know like people would just like buy them, and then they would go to like the closest post office, and sometimes they would even have the post office like in the hotel or in the convention center, and they would just ship them to themselves back home so they can sell them at home. But yeah, that's always an option for you. But yeah, I would totally agree. Like, make sure you have enough suitcase space. Like, especially if you don't want to ship stuff, because that can be expensive.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Especially international. Especially Canada Post, because even just within Canada, it's expensive.
To ship Holiday Optimus Prime, that you know how small his box is, right? It's just like a rectangle. To ship that to England is $54 Canadian tracked, and if I don't want it tracked, it's 20 something.
That's crazy.
I was like, bruh, why? What? He's not even that heavy.
Yeah, that thing's like the size and weight of like a bottle of water in a box, and $50 to ship to the UK. That's crazy.
And that's before tax too, which is great.
This wasn't me, by the way, guys. It wasn't me. I didn't get him do that. I didn't ask him to. It wasn't me. It was it was another British man.
I didn't even ship it. I'm taking it when I go to England because he's like, I'm not paying that. I'm like, I don't expect you to pay that. That's ridiculous. Holiday Prime, you should get one, by the way. He's fun.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Is that the one? Is that the one that looks like Earthspark Prime a little bit in his truck mode?
Yeah, it's the Volvo one.
Ah, I thought so.
So after like shopping list, like obviously, I guess that would include like commissions and stuff if you want to get commissions and stuff like that. I would also suggest before you come to the convention, and even while you're at the convention, make sure to check social media. Like use hashtag TFcon or hashtag TFcon Toronto, TFcon Toronto 2023, different versions of that, and check your social medias and see like if anybody's having sales. So like right now, to I guess like self plug, I am selling some stuff from my collection because I'm trying to like downsize and stuff. But also check like other people's, so you can like meet up with them at the convention and potentially find something there that you wanted that may not be in the dealer room. And people will also post like, and we'll talk about this a little later, they have like room-to-room trading at the convention as well. People will often post like their room number and what times their room will be open, and then you just come in and they'll have stuff for sale in the room. So I would parts parties. So I would definitely suggest checking social media for that. There's a lot of artists that only sell through social media. Like I know there's this one person that does plushies, and I think she's only selling them through social media. So I definitely made sure to follow her, and whenever she posts like her room number and what she has for sale, I'll definitely be checking that out because she has some cute stuff that I want to get. Do you guys have any?
I was going to say that's one of the things I'm looking forward to in the convention is like homemade stuff.
Yeah.
You know, my mate Lewis, he messaged me recently. He's got a new car and he wanted a keychain or something. I think he just wanted something for his mirrors or something like an Autobot logo. I was like, I might as well wait until I go to TFcon because I'm sure there'll be loads of cool sticker decals and keychains. People have made by themselves, and it's like a one-time thing because not everybody has an Etsy account, not everybody uses eBay. It's just sometimes for pure passion for these conventions, and I'm like, I can't wait to see more so for Transformers, but then also other people's own like your stuff you've done, Ultra, like your stickers and all that kind of stuff. It's like, I'll get one, because it's just cool to own that.
Yeah. You know? And I'll have, I guess I should say, I'll have lots of stickers. And what else do I have? I have magnets.
I have your magnet.
I have new magnets. I have new stuff. I'm always getting new stuff. Like like there's just like this one place that like whenever they have deals, I'll just be like, okay, what kind of design do I want to do? And it's like, oh, okay, let's do this design. Have I done this as a pin yet? Okay, I'll do this one as a pin. Oh, they have, holographic stickers on sale. Oh, I'll do this one as a holographic sticker. So yeah, like I'm constantly just like getting stuff, and like all my stuff is free. Like if you find me and if I have my swag bag, just like, ask me for whatever and I'll give it to you. Like you can give me a little donation if you want, but like it's all free. But yeah, like but I have a ton of stuff, especially since I barely gave anything away at LA. I just have all that stuff plus all the new TFcon Toronto stuff, and it's like, oh my god, my bag is so heavy.
My Ultra pin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on my bag.
Yeah.
Your swag bag?
I have 2 pins. What the hell? I have a wood one and a not wood one.
Oh yeah, Mel does wood pins as well. Make sure, because she's staff as well, so she's usually hanging out with one of the guests as guest liaison.
I have 3.
You have 3?
I have the big disc. I have the little plexiglass looking one, and then the wood one.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
But yeah. Make sure to hit up Mel as well. She always has like themed pins for all the guests and stuff, and she's done ones for me, which is super awesome and super nice. I should ask her to do one for Toronto. Oh well, she probably has ones left over from LA. It's okay. It's all good. But yeah,
Ultra out here making all this merch and stuff, and I went and got one T-shirt made.
I know, that's what I was just about to say. Like, you guys need to do some merch yourselves. Like Arjun, you have like
eventually.
You have like your logo right there. Cam, you can get your artist friend to do some like little stickers and stuff of like your little illustrated Cam character.
Okay.
Like you need to do some stuff like that.
I have a story to tell you.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my god. So there's a friend of mine. He's one of my closest friends. He's 50 years old. He because I've been talking to him about convention, the TFcon convention. He obviously gearing up to LA and then obviously to Toronto.
Yeah.
He wanted to come with me. He doesn't know a lot about Transformers. He's admit this.
Right.
It's like he sort of goofs on me sometimes that like he's actually really creative of a person. Like he like takes old shoes and refurbishes them.
Okay.
I'll send him this podcast so he knows I've mentioned him. He once made a joke about coming to the convention, watching the panel with all of us on, and if you guys say my name, he'll be at the back going, "Who? Who is this clown?" Just for jokes, just for laughs.
Yeah.
But he was the one who brought the idea up to me about doing merch. He was like, Cam, have you ever thought about doing merch for your channel? Like, you think about the amounts you could make, and for people to wear your t-shirts and all that stuff. Because he kind of got all of my friends didn't kind of realize the sort of impact the sort of impact of my job on YouTube until like a few months ago. Like, they started to realize how hard it is to be a YouTuber, like what I do, and how much I earn. They started to like really respect me in a way. Not like they didn't before. It was just the first time they kind of knew the full details about the YouTube lifestyle, I should say, the career.
Yeah.
So it got him like thinking of like merch for me and stuff. But he sent me. I will give you these photos to put on this podcast as highlights. He gave me like he gave me like images of my face and Daniel's stretched out on pillows and t-shirts, like really, really good, but then also really bad, like the way how he's placed them on. It's actually kind of adorable and sweet that he really thought of me. If I can look them up really quick, I'll put them in the chat. But it was just our faces like stretched out, all of the t-shirts and mugs and all that stuff. Technically, I already did merch. I put my logo on a mug, but that was only for me, Daniel, and Lewis. I was thinking of reaching out and making them available for everybody, or like a limited set.
Limited edition.
Yeah, but I've never been. That's why I was so surprised. He was more psyched about merch ideas than I was. I can't find the.
This is completely off topic, and I just want to tell you this now, Ultra. But I just got an email from TF Safari. The thing is back in stock.
Oh yay! Okay.
Yes.
So I'll definitely have to order it after we get off here. But yeah, like I know what's his name, Stinky Blue Rat. Like
He's
I know.
going.
Is he going to TFcon?
Apparently.
Like the Toronto one?
Yep.
Or
He went
LA?
last year, I think.
Oh really?
To Toronto.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like I haven't watched his content, but I saw that like he has like his own plush and stuff, and it's like, aw, that's cute. It's like I wish I could do like an ultra plush and stuff. And it's like maybe when I get to like 100,000, maybe then I can do like an ultra plush or something. Contact like Makeship or something and say like, hey, can you do like a plushie of me, please? I don't know if anybody would buy that.
I just sent those images. See, the thing is, he took this from Google Images.
Right.
And it's like really bad JPEG, and I just love on the pillowcase, Lewis's face is cut off.
Yeah.
And you can see Daniel's arm. Like, it was very sweet.
I can see how crunchy it is.
Yeah.
And you can see the logo on the t-shirt in the corner as well. But I said maybe someday cut. Maybe someday cutty. But I trust him with my merch. I trust him with it.
Yeah.
I was actually considering, I think I brought this up to you, Ultra. I think I brought it up to everybody in the chat. I was going to do like a DVD sort of thing for the G1 Ultimate Collab. Like, I don't know why, I got really like excited about it, even though I 100% knew I wasn't actually going to do it. I just thought, well, I thought about it, so I might as well design it to see if I actually like the idea of it. And I thought, yeah, maybe that's something for LA. I don't have any time to do it now. My PC doesn't even have a Blu-ray driver, whatever. But I thought, yeah, something like that. Maybe I'll give 10 of them out for free. I'm not going to charge people. Like, just have it for free. It's free on YouTube,
Yeah.
Maybe it would be a lucky winner or something like, comment first and you'll get a DVD.
You should put like some sort of like special bonus thing on the DVD just to make it feel that much more like exclusive. Like, hey, you won this DVD. There's like some bonus content or behind the scenes, or like I stubbed my toe and that's in the video. I don't know.
Well, yeah, mate, that's interesting actually. But the thing is, I feel like what's going to be more of a treat is it's going to have no adverts, so you can just watch it clean through, no disruptions.
That is true. Whoa, voice crack.
It's ad free. It's an I'll put in the front title. It's the ad free edition.
Yeah.
Want a break from the ads?
No interruptions here.
I mean, you could just buy YouTube Premium.
All that.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I was gonna say you could just put in like some for bonus footage. Just put like a bunch of footage of Gary.
yeah, it's just all
Cat.
Gary.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
your cat running around with Prime on the back.
He was the real star of 6 hours. Yeah, I know. I actually am considering doing a YOLO Park outdoor review.
They're so good.
I've only Optimus Primal and Prime. I'm not really bothered about Bumblebee because I've got the DLX Bumblebee and I love that DLX so much. Like, I am obsessed with that Bumblebee design. So I feel like I might do one of Prime and Primal, and then I'll have a bit of Gary in there. Gary is like an essential character now to every one of these outdoor reviews. Like, people get upset when he's not in them.
Aw.
He's like, where's Gary? I'm only here for the Gary parts.
Aw.
Where's Gary?
Gary needs his own channel. And
He
then
does.
he'll surpass you.
Oh, dear.
Gary's technically the name of a Viacon.
See? It all
Is
connects.
it? I thought that was Steve.
Steve, but like, you know Emgo and his like little skits that he does?
Oh, yeah.
He did Gary, and then Toy Hacks actually put it on the labels for the Viacon. So there's
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, you can give your Viacon's name Gary.
Aw.
We got to keep the Gary name alive somehow.
Yeah.
They're all dying out.
Oh no, all the Garys, the Gary species is going extinct.
Literally, the reason why he was called Gary was because it was my step-uncle's son who just named him after SpongeBob Gary. Like, how's it? There's no
I
creative...
I thought he was named after the snail from SpongeBob.
Yeah, it was just after the snail. Like, it was
Yeah.
just because of that. And I was like, really? Like, I gotta call him something else. And then after a while, it just stuck.
Gary.
I call him
So-
Mr. Gary.
Mr. Gary.
The name's Gary, Mr. Gary.
Dun 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 dun. Dun.
Alright, copyright.
Anyway, Ultra, next
No.
tip.
So, thanks, Cam.
Segway.
Yeah, segue. So my next and kind of final tip, although we still have more stuff to go over, is to make sure to plan your panels and other activities. So once the schedule comes out, which I was hoping would be out by now, Colin.
Colin.
Yeah.
a little bit of shade
Schedule,
there.
Colin.
So once the schedule is out, I would say make sure to plan like which panels you're going to go to, and there's also other activities outside of panels. So like just like off the bat, there is the customizing class, kind of rolling into the next part of the conversation where we go in kind of chronological order of like what would be on the schedule typically. So like on the Friday during the day, there's the customizing contest, or not contest. We don't do the customizing contest anymore. We used to.
There was a
but
contest?
yeah, there's a customizing contest. Like it was the art contest. There was like a 2D art contest and a 3D art contest, which basically became like the customizing contest where people would just like make their own custom figures and then they would be judged and get awarded like best of show. But it became like a kind of like a security issue, I guess you could say, like where we would have them on display on a table, but like anybody could come up and just like swipe it, and we had a couple incidents of that, and then like after that we was just like, yeah, we're not doing this. We can't afford to have like a staff member just like stand guard over these handful of toys. And it's like, yeah, it's easier to just not have the art contest, which is a shame. It'd be nice to bring them back, but
I was just about to say it sounds like a terrible idea.
Oh.
Yeah, because people could just do that, but then also people like if they feel like they don't win, they might have a little bit of a sob.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you get so many customers like mine didn't win, it's like
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like X Factor vibes or something.
Yeah.
But the premise has good intentions. That's the whole point. Yeah.
But yeah, what I was trying to say is that there's the customizing class on Friday, which you can also sign up. That's a ticketed event, so you do have to buy tickets in advance. And basically what you do during that is you take a figure, you disassemble it, you sand it, and then you paint it as like a new figure. Sometimes you may modify different parts, or you may even get like new 3D printed parts. Like I know we often work with Banksta, who is from Renderform, and he'll often supply like new heads or new weapons and stuff like that, like exclusively for our customizing class. So that's like a really fun activity to do that is outside of panels, and it happens. You don't eat them, Arden. No.
Yeah, please don't do that.
No, don't eat them. But yeah, like that's like a fun thing to do. That's not a panel, and if you want to come for like an extra day, that's a good way to spend your day. And you learn stuff. You learn to actually customize your own figures, and you have like experts there helping you. Shout out to Dak and Matt and all those other guys.
That sounds really good. That's one thing I've been trying to learn more about. Like, I'll be on Instagram and I'll see a bunch of customs, and I'm just there, like, incredibly jealous. Because I'm like, you've painted it so well. Like, I saw a paint deco of the YOLO Park Octopus Primal in the Season 1 Beast Wars colors. And I was just like, oh my god, I crave for this. And I'm clueless. I'm absolutely clueless on how to do customization. I tried it as a kid. I wanted to like make all the Transformers animated seekers, so I bought like 3 Skywarps, hoping to paint them Ramjet and Thundercracker and all that stuff, and I just couldn't do it because I was so clueless. So that would be really good, because I need to learn more about that anyway. Like, I really want to start dabbling in that. You know, because I've got friends who are fans of like Warhammer, and there's like little paint, like those really tiny statues they paint. Like, that's so intricate.
Oh yeah,
I love painting those.
Yeah, like we've got big Transformers though. Like, I'm going to start off beginning with that, and then I'll work my way to that masterclass of painting. But I definitely need to learn how to do that.
And like, it kind of acts like as its own exclusive, so you get to like make your own TFcon exclusive with that. Nice. But yeah, I would definitely suggest that to anybody who has like interest in doing customizing. Also on the Friday, there is the charity auction, and we only do the charity auction in Toronto just because like it's a logistic nightmare to like bring stuff to the US and stuff, because there's like a whole import thing, and just like everything that we get is all donated by the fans. So if say something doesn't sell and we have to bring it back with us, that can add up to a lot potentially. So that's why we don't do it in LA or other US locations, just Toronto. But the charity auction is insane. Like, it is definitely one of the highlights of TFcon Toronto. I would seriously suggest everybody go to the charity auction. Even if you don't buy anything, it is just fun to watch, because there are some people that go to the charity auction and they'll bid on the most worthless garbage, and it is insane how much they bid just because it's all going to charity. It's going to Make-A-Wish, and, you know, obviously that helps kids get their wish and stuff. So it's all going to charity. It's all going to kids. So it's all in good fun. But you can also get some super crazy deals there. Like, we've had people donate like prototypes and
Ooh.
just like different like super rare items, one of a kind items. You don't know what what you'll get there, and like sometimes it's just like like a whole line even of just like Transformers that somebody is like, yeah, I don't like these anymore, I'm gonna give them to the charity auction, and then you just get like all of Hunt for the Decepticons for like $20, and
Oh.
it's insane.
I'm gonna have no money after
Yeah.
this.
I'm kind of sad I'm not going Friday.
You have to go Friday. It's so awesome.
year-
It's so crazy.
See, I would totally have gone this year if I didn't have a bunch of people coming to Canada for the first time who also want to go to all my local shops.
Yeah.
Because that's what Friday is local shop day.
Well, it's later in the evening, so, you know, if you can swing it, come by. But if not, that's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna
I
do
guess
both.
I guess
Hey,
I
hey.
guess the sick kids will forgive you, Arjun, if you don't want to give them your money.
If any of y'all see all the Hunt for the Decepticons toys for $20, I will gladly pay you to buy it for me.
I love that line so much.
Yeah.
It's
love
my
that
favorite Transformers toy line, and I have about 40% of it right now, and I'm trying to complete like all the retail releases of it. So I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But it's some of the prices for some things is so expensive.
That
Yeah.
last one you need, I'll be there. It's mine.
Hey, I got one of the hardest ones out of the way. I got a Bonsaitron that's not melted. We're good.
Oh wow.
But yeah, like a lot of the time, like if like a line is like a year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, a lot of people will just like dump the whole line because a lot of people just want whatever the new stuff is, and they just
Yeah.
like recycle, you know, just like out with the old, in with the new.
Well, I'm
And
gonna
so,
try
like,
and
you can-
find. Yeah. Oh,
I
go
was
on.
just gonna
Go
say
ahead,
you can get some crazy deals there because like it's
Yeah.
all they just donate it, and like most people like either already have it or don't want it. So yeah, you can get some really good deals.
I want to try and find the Transformers animated Thundercracker figure, Voyager, because that went unreleased. But I've seen so many reviews of it, like P.O., for example. I remember famously he reviewed it, and I was like, "How do you get that?"
Which
and
toy?
I heard the Thundercracker Voyager for Transformers animated. Like, it's so rare to find. Like, I remember searching. I remember I actually did see it once on eBay, and it was a lot of money. And I was a kid, by the way, at the time. I couldn't get it, and it like disappeared. And ever since then, I've never seen it listed at all. But
I saw one at TFcon last year,
yeah, see,
and at the end of the day, Saturday, it hadn't sold. I think it was like $200 or $300 and something dollars.
yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
anticipate that.
Yeah, but it I saw one. I remember seeing it. It was in its box. It was blue. It was an animated Seeker, and I was like, "That's really cool," but I'm not buying it. And then I walked away.
I'll buy it, and I'll probably won't even take it out of its box. It's just be like, yeah, this is too expensive to take out now. It's just gonna sit there. It's just gonna stay there in its box. Like, for some reason, I haven't unboxed Covert Agent Ravage, even though that's
really?
something you could take out. I just love the display. You know, the background display that with the G1 cassette, like his like ship in the show. I don't know why, but that's like a display item instead of an actual getting it out, because it looks better in the box then.
Yeah, because it's like a scene from like the Beast Wars cartoon.
Yeah, and I like that because I don't really care so much about the Studio Series cardboard layouts, because you know, if you do that, if you lay them out in all those cardboards, you're just gonna have no space.
Oh god.
Yeah.
They
I mean, I'm
take up
kind
so
of that
much
way with like that Jurassic Park set, where it's like the T-Rex and the Jeep. It's like, I don't know. I'm kind of this kind of looks fine how it is in the box. I don't think I need to take this out, even though I can transform it and stuff. It's like, I'm good for now.
I saw the Ghostbusters one recently in my local store, and like,
Yeah.
I visit that store quite well once every week, and nobody's bought it, and nobody's also bought the Devastator G1 Devastator, the orange colors.
Oh, the Tonkinator?
Yeah, that's gone down in price, and no one has still bought it.
I
at
want
all.
one. It never
Yeah.
came out in Canada. I'm hoping to find one at TF Nation for dirt cheap.
Like, I always see it at the store, and it stays there. It always stays there. Like, sadly, no one wants no one wants them, sadly.
So the next thing I have on my list is parts parties. So usually once you're done on Friday with, maybe you went to the customizing class, maybe you went to the charity auction, after hours, there's the parts parties, or room-to-room trading, it's also referred to as, where basically there will be like a cork board somewhere near like the front of the hotel, and people will post little signs saying that they're in room such and such, and they'll be open between these hours, and this is some of the stuff that they'll have for sale. And you can basically go to other people's rooms and buy toys or artwork or like other things that maybe either they made or just like stuff from their collection that they're trying to get rid of. And again, that is like a great place to find deals. I have found so many deals at parts parties, and just like met people at parts parties. Like, I think I showed you guys, there's like that one fan that I didn't know. I didn't know it was their parts party at LA. It was like the first one I went to, and they're like, "Hey, are you Ultra Primal?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they gave me like a little figurine of my character. And it's like, "Aw, this is awesome." So, like, literally, you never know what you find at a parts party. You might get gifted a figure of yourself. So, I would definitely suggest going to parts parties. You may not have that experience, but like, again, there's like awesome things that you can find. Again, there's like stuff that people make themselves, whether it's like plushies, or I've seen people do like tarn masks, or all sorts of like really cool creative stuff, or they just bring their whole collection to sell, and they
Just buy everything.
yeah, like they're too, I don't want to say it, but they're too cheap to buy a table. So they just fill their room with their collection and
Wow.
just sell it that way. But yeah, I don't know. Have you guys ever gone to like anything like that?
I've never been invited.
No?
Not for stuff like that.
No.
No.
Oh, you go to other people's rooms for different things. I see.
No.
Oh.
Arjun, you go. I should have let you go first, sorry.
I've never been to a parts party like that, but I've been to like local stores where they have people come in with just their collections to sell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do, at least I hope to get to a parts party or a couple this year. I do have like
Yeah.
9 people I have to manage, so we'll see if that happens. But
Well, they could wait outside. They could wait in the hallway.
so
you
I
can
should
take
rephrase that.
turns.
I have 9 people who are very easily bored to manage. So they're waiting for 5 minutes. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go do something I probably shouldn't," and then they leave, and I'll be like, "Oh, damn it."
In my
Well-
life, I've only just gone to regular parties, so I've never... Obviously, I'm a TFcon virgin, so this is
Yeah.
like the first time
Yeah,
indulging.
but at least you get invited to party. I'm kidding.
Aw.
No, I don't like parties. I don't go when I get invited.
I'm very
Well-
agoraphobic, so half the time I don't like them either.
Well, have you not gone to TF Nation, Cam?
No, I couldn't go last year because obviously we had a heat wave of sorts.
Right.
Like for rails, for tracks. It was a really hot day in the UK. And I was going to go, but I remember actually seeing videos and pictures on Twitter of how boiling it looked in that room. Like people who were in cosplay as well. It was so warm in the UK that day. There was a lot of train disruptions as well. I think that was one of the main reasons why I couldn't go, actually, because I'm pretty sure there was a train disruption, and it would have taken me a long time to get there, so I would have missed out on the whole day anyway. Because I wasn't going to go for a weekend, I only wanted to go for one day only.
Air conditioning.
I don't think they had any. I really don't think they had it. I cannot remember. I could be wrong about that.
I know
I'm pretty
TFcon
sure,
has air conditioning, thank God.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure Paperplay made a video about it. I can't remember if he's mentioned it.
Hopefully it's working. I know, like
Yeah.
one of the last one-day shows, it was just sweltering, but I think that was mostly in the hallway. The actual like rooms were cool. I think it's just because the hallway there and the windows and stuff.
Yeah, there's like so many big, huge windows surrounding
Yeah.
that hall.
But yeah, it should be nice and cool in the TFcon, which I should also mention, like make sure like you guys practice good hygiene and stuff.
I have it
know
written
it's
in
a-
my notes.
I know
I
it's
just-
a convention, but like make sure you wear deodorant. Make sure you shower every day and use soap.
Shower,
isn't-
clean yourself, wear deodorant, maybe
Yeah.
like, I don't know, cologne if that's your thing.
Yeah,
What is soap? What are these things?
they don't have soap in the UK. They
No,
don't
they
have
don't
AC.
have-
They don't
they,
have soap.
they stole soap from the UK and they never used it.
We don't have water. We don't have baths. We don't have
Yeah.
showers. We stink.
But yes, please wear at least deodorant. Please.
Yes, please. This isn't an anime convention.
No, this is a sophisticated convention. I say as I
Yes.
fix my imaginary tie.
Yes. But I was gonna say, do you have something to add?
I was just
Within?
gonna I'd add the wear deodorant again, just to drill it in
Okay.
people's heads
Just emphasize wear deodorant
with a capital D.
or antiperspirant as well.
Yes, that works too.
But you
Yeah.
you were saying how you have like your friends to entertain. So you want to go to a parts party, but you have your friends. They can go to the after party, which is another thing that'll be going on at the same time as the parts party. So
Yep.
if you want to go to the parts parties, you can leave them at the after party, which
And
will be
come back
in
and they're all sloshed.
yeah, it'll be in the hotel bar. So obviously it'll be like 18 plus. If you're under 18, there is the hotel lobby, which it doesn't have like any drinks and stuff, but there is like a lot of people that hang out there as well who
There's
are
tables
not.
and chairs.
Yeah, there's tables and chairs, and there's no drinking, so you don't have to. There's no age restrictions. You don't have to feel pressured to drink as well. But there's definitely other places where you can like hang out with other people and drink or not drink, your choice, or not, depending on your age and the laws of Ontario. But yeah, like that's something that your friends can do while you go check out the parts parties. They can get
Yep.
wasted in the bar.
They can get wasted.
Let's just make one thing really clear. If I ever get lost and you don't know where to find me, chances are I'll be at the bar.
Okay, I remember
Wait,
that.
am I going to be chauffeuring you around the convention?
No, other way around, son. No, no. I'm
Hey
not-
man, you're welcome to hang out with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like the cooler older brother.
You just be hanging out the back, walking with like such swag. You got the
Yeah.
sunglasses on, just like, oh yeah.
Like,
Just-
where's Cam gone? Nah, he's too cool to be with us.
Where's Cam? You just go look for like Biggie Smalls music playing as he's walking down the hallway.
Smell vodka. If you could smell vodka, keep following the smell, and you'll find him. I'm just in a back alley somewhere.
I mean, there are a couple of back alleys close by.
Yeah. I was gonna say Cam is just in the hotel pool with a bottle of vodka,
Fucking drunk dad in the
Yeah.
pool.
just
No.
sitting in the hot tub.
No, I don't want people to get any wrong ideas. I'm very sensible. I'm very sensible.
Cam is
hope so.
currently drunk right now.
What are you saying, bitch? Oh, sorry. It was supposed to be a friendly podcast.
Yeah, trying to keep it PG-13, Cam.
Shit.
Man's just said the word, the bad words.
No.
Shut up, Dad. This is fun.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yep.
I hope people are having fun. Hopefully,
I'm having
Not too
fun.
much fun, okay?
enjoying the podcast. And now our sponsor, the no, that's
Raid Shadow. I'm kidding.
Rage. TF Safari, give me a sponsorship. Send me free toys.
Oh yeah. I gotta work on
Please.
another one from them.
Uh,
I have to. The problem is right now is they're like, hey, every time I finish my round of like 3 toys from them. I'm like, hey, these are the numbers. Do you guys want to continue? And they usually say yes. And they said yes. I was like, cool. And I went on their website and I'm like, nothing's grabbing my attention other than that $500 combiner, but that's $500.
yeah, I want that too because it's like Nemesis Predaking, basically, right?
so
Like it's
cool,
Predaking,
yeah.
but it's Nemesis colors. And
then-
one of our staff members used to go by that name, Nemesis Predaking. It was Stu. And he was one of the people that judged the customizing contest. And like sadly he had to retire, but I kind of want that just as like, hey, it's like, you know, it's like his OC basically.
I
So
will
it's
say
like-
they are Dinobots.
Are they Dinobots? I thought
Yeah,
they're Predacons.
they're the Dinobots. No, this was they're Dinobots, and it was made before Volcanicus was a thing, but after the
Oh.
Beast. So the face, there's like an optional like Beast face if you want, I think.
Oh, okay.
But
I
yeah, they're
was thinking of
masterpiece
something
scale
else.
Dinobots. So this thing's massive,
Oh,
and I
wow.
want it. Yeah, but it's $500 US.
Yeah. So send us free toys, TF Safari or Show Z Store or whoever else.
Big Bad Toy Store.
Big
How
Bad
about
Toy
this?
Store.
Hey Hasbro,
Ages
send
Straighten
us some
Up.
free stuff.
The Chosen Prime.
Everyone,
else?
just everyone.
Yeah. Whoever wants to sponsor, that's just Primal. Now I said it. Now it sounds like an old sitcom thing or something.
We should all just walk up to Ages 3 and Up's booth and ask Boris ourselves, be like, yo, sponsor this podcast.
Yeah.
This podcast is just Ultra trying to get free toys.
I am trying to get free toys.
That's the mission. We will
Free
make that happen.
Free toys is
Like,
a huge help.
hey, you see my friend Ultra over there? She really wants your toys.
Yeah.
just
Send me
Hey,
free
yo.
toys.
just give them it for free.
Buy, hook us up, will you?
Yeah.
Just
So that is the Friday, and
sure.
I guess we can move on to Saturday. So Saturday,
My favorite day.
yeah. So Saturday is when the dealer room opens. There is, if you bought, I have to look it up because I'm staff. I don't have to buy tickets anymore. But what is it called? Is it
The
VIP?
advance tickets.
What premium, that's what it's called. So if you bought the premium, there will be like a little kind of like mini dealer room that is just the TFcon exclusives. That is only open on the Friday night when you get your registration. But for everybody else that didn't get the premium, your best bet is to line up early to get into the dealer room on Saturday morning. So I guess this is a good time to talk about it since today we did get revealed our very first TFcon Toronto 2023 exclusive. And it is... Oh, come on, Colin. You don't have it on the website? Come on. On the website.
Damn it, Colin. You had one job.
Do you want me to put the images
Twitter.
in the chat? Or
No, I can find the images. I'll put them in the podcast when I edit it. But yeah, so our first exclusive to be revealed is, there it is. It's from the Chosen Prime, who sponsored TFcon, and it is Fans Hobby. I don't know what the technical name is, but it's basically a stalker from like
yeah.
not quite G2. He was actually like an in-between G1, in-between G2.
Like Euro G1.
Yeah, like he was only sold in Canada, Australia, and Europe. Which-
We got him.
Yeah, so it makes it like a fitting exclusive since, you know, it's technically like a Canadian exclusive figure back in G1.
Now you're making me want it more.
Yeah. I mean, it is $210 Canadian,
Oh, I
which is a
know.
lot,
It
but
is.
he looks very pretty.
He does. I'm very curious if it does the bird mode still, because I see where the wings would be,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure if they still become wings, because I've never messed with this mold before.
Yeah. I have a friend who like really likes the fans hobby stuff. I know I've had like mixed
Same.
feelings about their stuff, but yeah, this looks really good. Like I really like the look of this. Cam, have you seen it?
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
It really pops. That's what I like
Yeah.
about it the most. I don't have such an affection for G2 colours, but I'm really digging this one.
Yeah.
I think it's the blue mixed in with the green. Well, it's more like a mix of a yellow and green.
Mm-hmm.
That
It's like
actually
that
looks
neon green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it's making me do?
What?
Or it's making me want the G1 toy.
Like
which
the
is
double
bad.
dealer?
No, the Stalker.
Oh, like the original Stalker.
Yeah, which is bad because the original Stalker has GPS. So
Yeah. Well, at least
It
this
looks-
you know it won't have GPS.
It looks really well detailed. It looks so well detailed. You can tell it's
Yeah.
like.
I mean, I will
really
say
well
that
made.
like say what you will about like the third party stuff, but like a lot of these guys, like especially when it comes to the TFcon exclusives, they really go like the extra mile, like on the
Oh, yeah.
detail and the paint.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, like even like if you compare like last year's exclusive, like the Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, there's like a version that was TFcon exclusive, and then a version that was like general. The TFcon exclusive, the TFcon exclusive is like way better in my opinion.
It's
But yeah.
such a nice toy.
Yeah, I know you got it, so
I'm holding it. It's awesome.
yeah.
Great. See this one. I probably will have to like go to the dealer room and see it, and
Yeah.
I'll probably end up caving like I did with it because I didn't plan on buying this Nemesis or Shattered Glass Prime, and then I did because I
Yeah.
saw it. Probably gonna do the same with this one. I'll probably just wait to see it in person and then eventually buy it anyways.
Yeah. And like obviously there will be like other exclusives, like ages 3 and up usually has at least one exclusive.
Yep.
So this isn't like your only one. This isn't your only choice
And then
for exclusives. So
TF Source always has a Make Toys Purple Seeker that's not Thundercracker, that's not Skywarp as an exclusive to TFCon. I always
Yeah,
see
like-
that.
yeah, like they actually always have like some kind of Seeker exclusive to TFCon. It's just that they don't advertise it. They're
Yeah,
bad at
I never
advertising it. You have to go over there and see and like kind of know like, oh, this isn't a retail one. This is like an exclusive.
I might
so
pick
it's
it up
like-
this year. I don't know yet.
Yeah. Yeah, like they've done like the Rainmakers, they've done the Welcoming Committee, they've done a whole bunch of them. It's just they're bad at advertising it.
Hey, I'll advertise it for you.
Yeah. Send free toys. But yeah, like I know you're planning on picking up stuff, Cam, so like this might be a good one for you, especially since like originally it was like a Canadian/European exclusive, and you're coming to Canada and you're from Europe. You are still from Europe, right? The Brexit didn't change that.
No, we left. We
Oh,
left.
okay. You're not part of Europe anymore?
Yeah, it's been like it. I think it's been 6 years now. I think so. I'm pretty sure it doesn't feel that too long ago, but yeah, it was it's quite a while off.
Brexit.
It feels
Yeah.
like just yesterday.
See, when I didn't know what Brexit was for like a month because I kept hearing about it but didn't actually do any research, I thought it was some breakfast thing that everyone
Yeah.
was going on about, like some breakfast trend.
It
with
just
Brexit.
sounds like a cracker.
It sounds like eggs.
about to say that. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah. Oh.
So I didn't know. I thought it was a breakfast food. Override fell over again.
Oh no.
I think
Stop.
I feel like I'll follow Toy Guy's lead. Like I'll look at it in person, and if I cave,
Yeah.
I cave. My
Yeah.
weaknesses will be.
It's also limited to 600.
Yeah. So
So
they are
I'm-
limited things, so it's like if you want it, best to get it at the show because you may not have another opportunity. I know there's definitely been like, Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, just finish. Yeah, just finish.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say like, I know there's been some like really hot TFcon exclusives that like sold out really fast and have like I don't want to say like gone up in value, but they have. Just to
that Death's
say like,
Head, man.
Oh yeah, the Death's Head.
I remember that so bad. I
remember there was like a fans project code repaint, like their
Yep.
Their like what's his name? Chrome Dome. Yeah, there was like one, I think it was like virus or something that like, I don't think it was even advertised, but like once people found out about it, it went really fast. And
it was black, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff like that.
The secret exclusives.
Yeah. Sometimes there are secret exclusives. Like, I don't think they advertised. Like last year, there was the Deathsaurus Breastmasters.
Yeah, they did advertise those.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. Like occasionally there will be like some little exclusive that's not advertised, or maybe it's like advertised at the last minute. So yeah, Cam, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I'm looking on eBay and I almost caved and bought the 3.0 DLX Revenge of Fallen Optimus Prime. It's like 550 quid. So please do trust me to probably end up buying it anyway.
I don't know how much you're into third party and knockoffs, but there is a 1-to-1 rip of that thing for like $140. I think.
I saw that they're actually updating that anyway. They're adding on some extra parts to it to make it more accurate to the movie. Even though this is pretty accurate as it is, there's still updates that make it look more, like the CGI model. Because there are some issues with the DLX, in my opinion, where I'm like, it doesn't look exactly screen accurate.
There's proportional things.
Yeah, and I saw on the Instagram someone, I can't tell if it was 3D printed, someone did this themselves, or it's like a new kit coming out. And I was like, damn, that looks so much better. But it's not painted yet. I'm pretty obsessed. When it comes to movie toys, I'm really obsessed with them looking accurate to the film. And if they don't, I'll pass.
Oh, then you're missing out on some greats, though. Like, a lot of those old movie toys are fantastic.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I love that kind of stuff. I'm talking like for the big characters like Optimus Prime, like Megatron, like Starscream. Like, that's why I got the Masterpiece Starscream, because I just love that Dorito Man so much.
The movie Masterpiece one?
Yeah, even though it's not the greatest, I wish I waited for the Revenge of the Fallen version. I've seen custom versions of it, like, with added the silver and paint and all that stuff. People making it look 10 times better than it is. I got it for like 60 quid from Sports Direct.
What Sports? Okay.
Yeah, a sports store was so eager to get rid of it. I was just like, okay.
That's like me walking into Sport Check and finding fucking... finding freaking 3.0 Prime.
They were so eager to get rid of it. I was like, 60 quid? Hell yeah, I'll buy that.
I still think it's a great toy.
Yeah, it's good when it's staying still. Moving it is an absolute nightmare.
I don't actually have mine anymore. I got rid of it. I was planning on buying the Revenge of the Fallen one, and then I got the Leader Class toy for my Leader Class shelf, and I went, you know what? I'm okay with that. Also,
link me to that store where it's like £100 when you have the time.
Where what's £100?
You said that DLX Optimus Prime was like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Show me the cheap.
I'll give you the cheat codes to buying toys.
Yeah, just put in that toy guy.
You just made me type that into the search bar.
Use that toy guy to get 3% off
to get
TF Safari.
3% off.
I almost bought the YOLO Park Bumblebee movie Shockwave. But the thing is, you actually have to assemble that, I think, from the ground up. Unlike,
Yes.
yeah, which is like, okay, that's going to be so tedious.
It's sold out at the moment, but I'll put the link in the chat so you can have it whenever it comes back in stock.
Damn.
It is
Yeah.
currently 88 pounds.
Nice.
I want that YOLO Park Optimus, the model kit. I want that so bad, but it's very expensive.
I also want that new Optimus Prime.
That's
figure.
coming in stock in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
The
I love
APC one or like the
The
non-transforming
3-0 looking one.
one? Oh,
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
the-
going to be coming in a couple weeks.
that. I think
Yeah,
the one
that
you just
looks
mentioned,
awesome.
Ultra, the windows were really bad on that or something. Like they kept
Oh,
like
yeah?
falling off, or they were very loose.
oh.
But this one is but I didn't like the face on that one as well. I didn't like
The
the
old one?
face. Yeah, the old one's face didn't look accurate at all.
Yeah, they've fixed a lot of the old one's problems by just making this new one brand new. Like from the ground up, I believe it's brand new. So
Yeah, I have looked on this store many times. I never saw it.
it's there. I had it pre-ordered, but I canceled it because TFcon's coming up, and I want to spend my money there, not online.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spend your
yeah,
money
exactly.
at TFcon.
Yeah, spend my money at the convention. Spend
Yeah.
more money than I need to at the convention.
Yeah, there's
back to
nothing
that.
worse than going to a convention and then not having any money to spend at the convention. Oh, hold on, my dog is going nuts.
Hi, doggy.
Hello, dog.
What's new with you?
Walk into the convention with $0.
Wait until he chills out for a second. All right,
My
I think
dog's currently
all
asleep.
right, so I guess we'll move on to the next thing, which
Oh yeah.
goes along with yeah, it goes along with the dealer room. The artist alley opens with the dealer room, and that's another thing that I would suggest people check out. Is there's a lot of awesome artists in the artist alley, not just like professional artists like, you know, Alex Milne or Jack Lawrence or I guess, well, he's not technically an artist, but he's a writer, James Roberts, who will all be at TFcon Toronto this year.
Yeah.
But there's also like a lot of really awesome like amateur artists that have like really cool stuff at their tables, and I would really highly suggest people check them out. Sometimes they do commissions, so if you have a favorite character or if you have an OC that you want to get some custom artwork of, you can definitely do that. I know I'm getting some stuff done from some artists, and I don't want to say who because I want it to be a surprise. But yeah, do you guys have like any interest in like the artist alley kind of stuff?
I need to have more of an interest there. I walk through, I
Yeah.
look around, I'm like, this is cool, and then I don't buy anything because I spend all of my money on toys. And then I remember at the last minute, damn it, I was supposed to get a piece of art or something.
Yeah.
So this year, I'm going to at least try to buy like a print from someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something cool that I think I can hang on my wall eventually.
I almost went for a commission for Alex Maline. Is that how you say his last name?
Milne?
I don't know.
Milne. Alex Milne.
Milne. I thought
Yeah.
so. I didn't know different phrasing of it. I almost because he recently did a commission, only limited, and I thought, you know, I just might, but I didn't have any ideas, so I passed on it. But if he's obviously got art or anyone like that, like I'm a big art guy, so anything that, and I want stuff for my room as well. I need new stuff to hang on my walls, so I'll immediately be gazing at all the artwork, amateur or professional. It doesn't matter to me. If it's good, I'll buy it. You know.
I need stuff to hang on my walls, period. I have nothing. I just realized that.
I love being decorative, so if I see good artwork, that's why I use Twitter for now most of the days. It's just artwork, just retweeted or liking and going, wow, that's so cool. Wow, that's why that's why I try to make it such a big deal as a little tribute in my tier rankings, like contributing to show all the great artwork out there, because it's like some of it goes unnoticed, or even if it goes, it's just to get that art out there for people so they can have more support and more encouragement. It's just, I love fan artwork.
Yeah. And like, speaking of like fan artists and stuff like that, I know my friend Hell will have a table in the TFcon Artist Alley this year. And for people who don't know, she is the artist that does a lot of the art for my channel. She does the like my character and stuff. She does like all the different poses and stuff. She does like the art of the mini cons and stuff when I do my Transformers Armada reviews. So if you're coming to TFcon Toronto, make sure to check out her table. I know she's going to have like her own like comic book and stuff for sale based on Transformers Animated. So
I might pick that up.
Yeah. And I know like last year she did like the official TFcon prequel comic, which unfortunately we're not doing one this year, but she is working on a piece for the script reading, so look forward to that. But yeah, make sure to check out Hell's Table if you're coming to TFcon Toronto.
I don't think I got last year's. I don't think I did.
Got last year's what?
The prequel comic thing you were talking about?
Oh, I just put it out online. I wanted to do print ones, but we just ran into like time. We just didn't have time to get them printed.
Because I have one TFcon comic, and it's the one from the year when you guys had Shafter as an exclusive.
Oh yeah.
For some reason I have 3 of those.
Oh really?
So, yeah, I have 3. There's one in the bookshelf, there's one in my room, and then there's one somewhere else in the house.
Yeah. Like I wanted to bring it back, especially since it was like TFcon's, what is it, 20th? Yeah, it would have been the 20th anniversary last year. So like I wanted to bring back like the brochure comic book thing that we used to do.
I love those.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was basically bankrolling the whole thing. So it's like, yeah, like I had to pay hell for it. And like, had I had a chance to like get them printed, I would have printed all that stuff myself and just given it away like I do the stickers and everything. But unfortunately we didn't have time. So I just released it online. But like, at least it's there. People can read it. So obviously besides the dealer room and artist alley, of course on Saturday we also get into the panels. So
yeah,
you might have your own suggestions for panels. I know Cam, this is like your first convention ever basically, but I know one of the first panels that I would suggest people check out is the costume contest, which is super entertaining. A lot of people do like super amazing costumes at the show, and it's run by Mel and Dee, who are also staff members, and they are super awesome people, and they work very hard on the costume contest, just organizing everybody and everything. And like we can't thank them enough for doing that, because if they weren't doing it, there would be no costume contest. And it is definitely like one of TFcon attendees like favorite panels to go to. It's usually packed in there. It's usually like a full house. So make sure you check out the costume contest. I don't know, Arjun, have you ever checked out the costume contest?
Big surprise, I haven't been to a panel at TFcon before.
What?
I know. So every year I try to like get to the third party panel or to like the costume one or whatever, but I'll either get distracted or it'll be full.
Aw.
And then I'm just like, pain. But this year, one of my friends and I are going to make it a point to at least get to like the third party one.
Yeah.
I want to go to one.
Well,
so
make sure you check out the costume contest as well. But that's a good segue, because that was my next point, is to make sure to check out the third party panel as well. So at TFcon, since TFcon's kind of like a third party heavy convention, like we still have lots of official stuff, but TFcon has kind of been known for its like third-party support with all the third-party exclusives and stuff like that. So we have a third-party panel where third parties will send us either images or even prototypes of new figures before they're even released or announced. Or I should say announced, because that's the big emphasis. So a lot of times you will see either prototypes on display or images in the third-party panel of new third-party figures before anybody else. And, well, then they go up on TFW like an hour later. But you guys get to see it first if you go to the third-party panel. And so, yeah, I would definitely check that out. And just even like the crowd reaction to some of them, it can be kind of entertaining, where it's like, oh, wow. It's like, oh, I really want that. That's so cool. So that's something you get from the third-party panel. So I would ask you, Arjun, but I guess you all you could say is that you're looking forward to it.
I gotta try to go this year. How early do you have to be in that panel room before it starts filling up for that one?
I mean, you can always come. I don't think they boot people out before, so I guess you can come during the panel before it and just sit during that panel.
That is true.
And just stay. I think the only panels that they really empty out the panel room for are like the super big guest panels, like the Peter Cullens and the Frank Welkers, where they want to make sure that like the premium people sit first and then like weekend people and then so on and so on. But yeah, I think for the most part, like you could just like walk in during whatever the panel is before that and then just have a seat and wait for the third party panel. But yeah, that's usually the best way to do it. Like, obviously, practice panel etiquette. Don't, try not to be too noisy and stuff. Don't, like, talk loudly to your friends and stuff. Or, play with Transformers that have, like, big clicky ratchets. Or ones that say,
treat it like
I am Optimus Prime. I am Optimus Prime, over and over again.
Treat it like a movie theater.
Yeah, basically. Like,
yeah.
You want to be respectful of everybody else because other people are there for the panel. So
yes. You're going there to enjoy the content that's being presented to you, not to sit there and talk to your buddies.
Yeah.
Wait, people are respectable in movie theaters? Not in my country.
Not here. I got a ball thrown at my head once while watching John Wick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had a kid choking, and I was like, "Can you shut up, please?"
There was someone dying in the corner of my theater when I was seeing Indiana Jones, just hacking up a storm. I was like, "Bruh, can you go outside to do that? Maybe go to the bathroom or something? I don't know."
In my recent review of on Rise of the Beast, I made Daniel laugh so much when I stared right into the camera saying, "Don't bring your kids to the cinemas if they've got health issues." And he just started crying. I had to cut most of it out because he just couldn't carry on with the video. But I didn't mean it literally.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It was just like, if you know your kid's sick, don't put them through the torture of a 2-hour movie if they can't control, Anyway, we're getting off topic here.
Yeah, we don't need Cam to get COVID again from your kid at the movie theater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stupid kid. Anyway.
So.
I mean, yeah, sure, but bruh.
I am lovely, by the way. I am a nice person. It's just all for jokes.
Sure.
It's just for kicks.
Sure, I'll just make sure to bring the body armor.
Yeah. Bring the armor plates.
Just gonna slip it in all Warzone style.
Yeah.
So, another panel that I would suggest people check out, which, I don't know, it's not really a panel, but it's the live script reading. So, before the actual script reading, we will have auditions for characters in the script reading where audience members can audition and you might get picked to play that character in the live script reading, which is where our special guests will basically voice act a episode. And like the scripts are totally original. They're written by our staff member Phil, and so we're not like retreading an episode. It's like entirely original content written for the convention, and so like you might get picked to voice a character alongside, you know, David Kay or Venus Terzo, or I forget who else we have at the show this year. Let me check.
Quick search.
Yeah, so we have David Kay, Frank Todaro, Paul Eiding, Terry McGovern, Venus Terzo, like I said, and that's all that's on the website at the moment. We might have some more. Who knows? Colin doesn't tell me this stuff, probably because I'll blab it to everyone. I'll just announce on my YouTube channel. It's like, yeah, we're getting this person. It's like, aw,
Guys,
you're fired.
we got
Ultra.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't want him.
No, don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
Have you noticed
That's
something?
not public yet.
Have you noticed something about? Has anyone seen Indiana Jones, the latest movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Okay, I'm not spoiling it then.
I saw the bit.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf has a habit now of dying.
Should I put like a spoiler?
Oh no,
say-
we can cut this out if you want. Don't want.
Oh, okay.
Because it might be a bit too early. But I love how Shia LaBeouf now has a record of all of his characters dying off screen.
Oh,
And the
really?
last night it
I
wasn't
saw-
even mentioned that he.
Well,
you just.
It heavily implied.
It is.
because
It's
he's-
implied and it is canon, but like they didn't even bother to write it in the script.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. Like, just he's dead.
Oh, here's
You
a
know?
picture of him. Yeah, okay, whatever. Moving on. At least in Indiana Jones, they gave him the dignity of, what would you tell your son? Not to die.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they like in Rise of the Beast when Mirage name drops Marky Mark. Like, just imagine how pissed off Mark Wahlberg's going to be because he hates that name. He hates being called Marky Mark. Like, yeah, just write off all these characters one by one. Like, there's no Kay Jaeger because there's a Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, it's like, damn, they really threw some shade there at Marky Mark. Mark Wahlberg.
I mean, we're off topic anyways, and so
Sorry.
I might as well. I might as well say, like, was anyone else expecting like them to use the dial to bring back his son? Like, I thought that's where
No.
they were going with that. No,
No.
you didn't expect like a Shia cameo at the end.
Well, no, because I
Oh,
remember Harrison Ford absolutely hating working with him, and I'm pretty sure he'd be
Oh,
very...
really?
Yeah.
Oh yes, why didn't he do that?
Yeah.
Why didn't Indiana Jones do that? Like, I watched Red Letter Media's review on it, and they literally bring that up. Like, he went back in time not to bring back his son or anything like that, or to warn him.
Didn't they say that the dial could only... They figured out that the dial would only go back to that one specific time because that's how the guy designing it made it to be, so that he knows it would work.
Yes.
And so he wouldn't have been able to go
Yeah.
back to World War II anyways.
Yeah.
Or whenever it would have... Yeah, it would have been World War II. No, it wouldn't have. Yes, it would have. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
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 They brought that up, and then they brought that like, oh, that's because it's because of that. You know.
Oh, I thought that was like a red herring or something. Because I figured like Indy was correct about like continental. Remember he was saying like, oh, you forgot about continental drift. Like, it's going to be off. You're not going to be, you know, in World War II or something. It's like, oh, okay. So they're going to set it up like, oh, and like, especially like since he got shot, I thought like, oh, his goddaughter is going to use it to bring Indy back. And then for some reason, they're not going to be able to bring back his son or something. But no, they just...
Isn't there a line in the movie where, like, Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford says, "I've seen some shit," like, just summarizes Indiana Jones, but he's not actually seen. Because I'm pretty sure in some shots in the old Indiana Jones, maybe when it comes to other like artifact stuff or like the sort of mystical stuff, he's always looking away or something.
Well, I remember
Like
when the ark was
Well,
open,
he literally
closed
had his eyes.
yeah.
Yeah. In the first one, he just had his eyes closed the whole time.
Yeah, like the whole duration, his eyes were completely closed. That's why he's still skeptical about half his shit, because he's always looking away at last minute. Oh, I can't think.
It's like if I can't see you, you can't hurt me.
Oh, I can't remember. There's a show that there was a character. I think it was. Oh yeah, it was in X-Files where Mulder obviously saw a lot of alien shit. But Scully, the skeptic, every time an alien event would happen, she would always conveniently never look. Like, she would always not notice, like, these big events happening around her, like getting abducted. She didn't see it. She was blacked out or something like that.
The entirety of Independence Day happens, and she's like, "What? Huh?
Like,
I didn't see anything."
what? I was at Starbucks. What happened?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting way off topic.
Yeah,
I'm so
back on
sorry.
topic.
Okay.
You
So
can cut
back
this
to on
out.
topic. Yeah, I probably will.
Cut the Indiana Jones spoiler section out.
That was just for
Because
us.
we're already at like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll make it like a members only thing. It doesn't go into the
Bonus content.
main one.
Make the Kevin stuff bonus
content.
content.
Oh my god. Not Kevin again.
I dare you to keep that in.
Oh. Well, now I have to. Oh.
We can move on.
Yeah, okay. So one of the other panels that's not really a panel is the game show. So in years past, I didn't host it. My friend Mike hosted it. But like I did all the programming and behind the scenes stuff. But basically I did a game show called Faction Feud, which you might be able to tell by the name is based on Family Feud. I don't know if
No.
is there any legal? No, we're probably fine. I don't think NBC Universal is going to come after me.
No.
I don't think they're listening to this.
You know what they
but-
should do? They should sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just say it's inspired by Family Feud. There we go. I think that's more
Loosely
legally
inspired.
acceptable.
Loosely.
Loosely inspired by a similar named game show. But yeah, like we would have the Faction Feud where it's basically that other game show but with Transformers. So I used to do that in years past. I may do it this year. We'll have to see how the schedule lines up and if we have time. But there's also, in recent years, we've had Wheel of TFcon.
Ah, yes.
Which you can guess what that game show is based on.
Wheel of Torture.
And
Wait,
that
what?
that is run by a longtime TFcon veteran, General Techno, and he does an awesome job of that. Usually he is dressed up like Eggman for some reason. But yeah, I know like Paper Plane, Vangelis, and Kian played around to that at LA, and they seemed to have like a really fun time. So hopefully you guys will get a chance to play that at the show this year, because that might be on Saturday or it might be on Friday. I don't know. It depends how the schedule shakes out. Still waiting on that schedule posting, Colin. But
Hey, if it's
yeah,
on Saturday,
I would
I'll
suggest
go.
like if anybody coming to TFCon, you should definitely check out the game show. It's free to participate in, and it's just fun to do. I don't know if you guys have anything to add to that, or
I'm sold. I'm doing it.
yeah.
Is it, okay, if Cam
We'll-
does it,
we'll
then I'll do it.
definitely-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do like a thing like we did in LA where it's like the YouTubers warm up round
Oh,
where
God.
it's just like, because I know after watching like the other guys do it, I know Kumquat really wanted to do it as well, but they didn't have time and didn't want to play favorites, so maybe we'll do the warm up one again. So we'll be able to get in that way.
This question might already have been answered, but I am an idiot. So
Yeah.
is Kumquat coming?
Yeah, Kumquat's coming.
Epic.
I'm picking up them and their partner on
Right, yes.
Friday afternoon.
Yes, airport stuff.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about this before.
Yeah, we were.
Before
like I said, I'm an
podcast.
idiot. So
No, it's okay. So that is usually the last panel on Saturday. If you still have the energy, there's also parts parties and after parties on the Saturday as well. And then on Sunday, it's usually the more chill day of the con. There's usually some special guest panels, and like obviously go to the special guest panels, because like if there's somebody you really want to see, like David Kay or something, like definitely go to their panel. I think that would be like a no-brainer. But often the fan panels are on the Sundays. And I guess we can say that we'll have a panel on Sunday. I think, unfortunately, Arjun might not be able to join us.
Yeah, I can't.
He's doing lame stuff with his lame friends.
Hey, no.
I was about to ask
Lame
if
friends.
I was about to ask
Yeah.
if you were going to be on the panel with us.
I was so hoping it was going to be on Saturday, and then I was just like, it's on Sunday, and I was like, because
Are you?
Yeah.
I'd love
you
to do it. But
Are you telling me we're not good enough for you on Sunday?
I had already made these plans with my friends like months in advance, and they're all really looking forward to it because there's a bunch of places I'm taking them downtown that they're really excited about,
Yeah,
and I can't
get
just
that.
like back out on them and be like, I got to do a panel instead. So no, I'll just
You're their mother.
maybe I'll film something for the panel and you guys can just play it.
Take them on Monday.
A sad
I
reel.
can't.
can't
A
you
lot of
take
them
them
are
on
flying
Monday?
home on Monday.
Well, fly home on Tuesday.
Yeah. Just do it.
Yeah, no, I'll
Yeah.
maybe I'll shoot something for it though, and you guys can, if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, we can show like a little special message.
It'll
Yeah.
just
If-
it'll just be a rip sign.
It's just me going, "Hi, I couldn't make it. Pain.
And
Yeah.
Subscribe to everybody else, but like I'm gonna point, but make sure I point in the wrong direction because that would be really funny." And then that's it.
Well,
I'll cut
That-
I'll cut your video off going, and that's enough of that. Let's move on.
Enough of the brown guy. Let's move on.
No. He's not here, guys, so if he really cared. No, I'm kidding. It's a shame, like, yeah, but obviously you've already made plans, and like that's the thing. I'm gonna try and find enough time to see as much as obviously I'm here for the convention, but I also want to see a lot of Canada as well. So it's gonna
You
be
get to hook up with the Toronto mans.
yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting to balance that convention side and then the actual,
Tourist side.
yeah.
yeah. I know it's always a good idea, like especially if you're coming from far away, try to leave yourself like extra days to go sightseeing. So I know it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but if you're coming from the UK and this is your first time in Canada, it's like, why not check out the CN Tower and stuff?
Yeah, there's some cool things.
Go
to
check
see
out like
Castle Loma.
Casa Loma. I mean, you can go down the Church Street.
You go down Yonge Street and get mugged.
No. Aw. I mean, at least if you go down the Church Street, at least people are nice down there.
You go to the Eaton Center.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just a big mall.
Cameron walks
I
out
mean,
of the
Cas-
hotel and immediately gets lost. You don't hear from him
Yeah.
for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, like Casa Loma is where they filmed that part of Scott Pilgrim,
Oh,
where they were filming the fake movie starring Chris Evans.
what's the name of that? God, Parkwood. That's in Oshawa, which I don't know if you want to go to the Schwa because it's the Schwa, but Parkwood is where they filmed X-Men. That's the X-Men house is there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's some
I should
old
check that
guy's.
out.
It's some old guy's house. I took a tour of it, but
Oh.
like he doesn't. He's dead. His entire family's gone now. But
Oh.
the house, like
Wow.
when I
That's
say
even
old, I mean
worse.
he's like from the 1800s.
Oh,
But they
okay.
used his house, at least the exterior and some parts of the interior, to shoot the X-Men house for the first X-Men movie.
So that's like Xavier's School for the Gifted.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yes, that
Aw.
you can take tours and stuff. It's pretty cool. But the only
I didn't
the
know
only
that. I should
caveat-
check that out next time I'm down there.
Yeah, the only caveat is you have to go to the Schwa, and that's like
Yeah.
ew.
I mean, yeah, like if you want to go to like Toronto City Hall, like that's where they filmed like Resident Evil and stuff. Like that was like the Umbrella headquarters.
I need to see those.
So yeah, they're not good.
I know, but I still want to see them at some point. There's Ripley's Aquarium if you've never seen a fish before. But
Yeah.
A fish?
Fish? They
You
have
can,
sharks.
you can pretend that you're a billionaire.
Oh no, don't go
Oh
there.
god,
Go
no!
see the
you
fish.
didn't just go there.
First, it's oh my god.
You walk into Ripley's Aquarium and you hear the little bring and it says controller disconnect. Wait, what?
That controller survived.
I know. I saw the picture.
Can't believe it. Their stock must have gone through the roof.
Logitech.
Yeah. Oh, Logitech. Yeah.
It was a Logitech. It was a Logitech Xbox compatible and PC compatible controller.
What did I say? Did I say anything different? I said
No, you just said the controller,
No.
and I was like, oh yeah, Logitech stock would have gone up.
You just said controller.
We
that's
were
it.
arguing in my local of what type of controller it was. No, it's a PlayStation. No, it's an Xbox controller. It's Logitech.
Yeah, it's a Logitech PC
I think
controller.
Yeah, it's technically a PC controller. It is like kind of based off like the PlayStation style controllers.
Yeah, it's got the
But
two
yeah, like
sticks at the
I think
bottom.
it's
So,
I think it's called like a Logitech like Z210 or something. I remember looking it up and I saw that like it was on sale after this whole thing. It's like, oh, okay. I guess they're trying to get rid of them.
So let me get this right. We go from TFcon to Kevin to Ocean Gate.
Oh,
There was Indiana Jones in the middle of that.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
spoilers for Indiana Jones.
yeah. That'll probably all get cut.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had to do so much more cutting than I did with Kumquat.
Yeah, but anytime I interrupt, by the way, just cut it.
Okay.
Just cut Cam. He doesn't exist.
Yeah,
I was
just cut me
gonna-
out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Cut the British.
I was just gonna be like, here's my guest, that toy guy, and then just cut.
Yeah, and come. Where's he gone? Is he dead?
Okay.
Back on topic.
Oh,
Back on
yeah.
topic.
Keep doing this.
So I asked my viewers if they had any questions about TFCon, and I only got one real good question. And so our one and only question comes from Little Miss TFP, and they ask, which panels do you recommend to new convention attendees? Well, I think I
Everything.
basically, I think I covered that pretty well.
Yeah.
So
Unless you want to go see everything,
Yeah.
in which case go see everything.
Yeah.
yeah, go see everything. Yeah, I recommend all the panels. Like, definitely, if you have to prioritize ones, I would say not customizing class, the costume contest. I keep getting those two confused because they're both like double C words. But I would definitely recommend the costume contest, because even though like a lot of people will be walking around in costume, some people only wear their costume for the costume contest. So that might be your only chance to see that costume, and a lot of the costumes are really awesome.
They're very good.
So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Third party panel, it is really cool to have that experience of seeing everything for the first time with a bunch of other fans. But like I said, a lot of that stuff will be uploaded to TFW like a few hours later. So if you miss it, it's fine. Like, I know I've been at the convention and I've missed it, and I've just been like looking on my phone. It's like, oh, what was in the third party panel? Oh, that's cool. Okay.
I think the third party panel, the appeal more so comes from the experience of sitting there with everybody. Sort of like a
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home theater experience where everybody's like, oh, every 5 seconds when something gets
Yeah.
shown off. And like being excited and happy with everybody else who's there.
Yeah, it definitely is like that movie experience, like you said, like whether it's like Spider-Man or Endgame or something. It's like you're there for the audience reaction as much as you are for like the actual reveals and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think one of the other big ones is I would definitely check out the script reading. Like, even if you don't want to audition, it is really cool to see the professional voice actors and the amateur voice actors like do a script reading in front of you. It's really entertaining.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Me just being right next to David Kay, like just messing it up. I'm like, oh my god, that sounds so much fun and embarrassing.
yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
Oh god.
Yeah. You have to do it.
Do these
I will
panels get
say
recorded? I need to see that.
Yeah.
There is a tip. Well, it's on Saturday. You should be there.
Oh, okay. Then,
I
yeah.
will say, for a tip, So everybody that's auditioning gets only one try. But if you're the first person, you get 2 tries because it's really hard being the first person. So if you want 2 tries, run up there as quick as you can. But yeah, I'd say give it a try. And if you end up being too shy, there's no shame and stuff. Like, at least you tried. So it's a lot of fun. Like,
at least you should try, Cam.
yeah, I'm talking in general, but
Yeah.
like, you could take it to heart if you want.
I just did.
But yeah, like I remember like back in the day, like when I was just like a regular attendee, like I would try like every year, and like I almost got one year. I remember I auditioned as Soundwave, and like I almost got it. Like I got the call back because they'll do like occasionally if like, and it's also judged by the voice actors. So like they're judging all of you, and I remember I got really close. Like if it's close between a couple of people, they'll call you back and have you audition again, and then they'll pick. But yeah, I got called back for Soundwave, and unfortunately I didn't get it, but it was still cool. I remember when we had, oh God, what was his name? Wally Burr. He was the voice director on G1, and we had him as a guest one year, and he was one of the judges. And Wally was taking it very professionally, and if you've ever seen one of the voice actors talk about Wally Burr, you can kind of imagine what what Wally did. Is basically he spent like maybe half an hour on this one person saying like, no, try it a little more this way or try a little more that way. And it's like, Wally, that's not what this is. We have to get through all these people and all these different characters. It's like, just say yes or no and move on. Wally, please, we have to do this. But like, he was awesome. I'm so sad he passed away. But it was cool to see Wally be Wally there. That was awesome. But yeah, I would definitely recommend checking that out. There's a lot of fun to have there.
If there's any readings for kickback or tracks, I think I'll be solid. I think I'll be golden.
Yeah, I want to see Cam up there next to like David Kay and Venus Terzo.
Oh God, that'll be a moment.
The only voice I can do well is Roz from Monsters Inc., and I don't think that's very useful.
You never know. Like we've had like people like and often Phil will pick characters for like the audience to audition for that have never had a voice actor. Like he's picked like Skyhammer from Beast Wars, or a lot of like toy only characters. So like there's nothing to base your voice off of. So it can just be whatever you want to do, and people will do different stuff, and some of it's like really interesting.
I'm just imagining Skyhammer as Roz now.
Yeah. So like don't be afraid to do your own thing, even if it's a character that's already had a voice, because we've had that happen. We've had people audition for characters that like have like an established voice, and they'll do their own thing and they'll get picked because they were original, they were authentic. They didn't try to emulate the voice actor. They tried to act as if they were doing it themselves. They made the character their own. So I would definitely recommend that if you plan on auditioning. Just do whatever you're comfortable with. Don't feel like you have to do like a Chris Latta impersonation for Starscream. Like, just do your own thing. And also don't be afraid if it's a female character and you're male or you identify as male, you can audition for it, and vice versa. Like we've had, AFAB people play male characters and vice versa. Yeah, so like it's really open and anybody can do it.
Bart Simpson's played by a female. He could just do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've had like guys play Black Arachnia, and like some of them did a really good job.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah. It, like a really good job. I'll just leave it at that.
All right, moving on.
I'm just like, yes, Queen Slay. But yeah, I think that is our only question. That's our only viewer submitted question. So I guess I'll turn it over to you guys. Like, do you guys have any questions about TFCon? Like, especially for me, since I am like a TFCon veteran and staff member.
How do I get
try
in for free? I'm kidding.
To get in for free,
You must be
what
famous.
you have to do, well, well, yeah, we need to talk about that. I don't know if you guys get free admission because you're on a panel or not, but yeah, like if you want to get in free, you can either be a volunteer. Well, obviously, if you're staff, you get in for free, but if you want to volunteer, and we're always looking for volunteers, so I probably should have added that into my notes and say that if you want to volunteer, let me go to the website. Oh yeah, so there is a page on the website that is volunteers, and you fill out the volunteer application form, and if you get chosen, then you could be one of our volunteers. You get a TFCon volunteer shirt, which you get to keep. You get behind the scenes experience at TFCon while volunteering. When you're off duty, volunteers can access basically all of TFCon. You can go to the dealer room, go to the artist alley, attend panels, do Q&As. You can audition for the voice roles. And I know, oh my God, I forget her name. But she's one of the volunteers, and she's really good. She's gotten picked a few times when she's auditioned. Yeah, there's lots of perks. You get, like, snacks, meals, stuff like that. So there's a lot of perks to being a volunteer if you want to volunteer. And then you can come to the convention for free, basically. But yeah, that was something I forgot as well. I guess I should have promoted being a volunteer. It might be too late for this year, depending when I put this up. But it's definitely worth keeping in mind for future TFCons. And as well, like, most of this stuff that we've talked about will also apply to the US shows. So I think the only thing that we don't have at the US shows is the charity auction, like I mentioned. But basically everything else here will apply to that as well. So do you guys have like any other questions?
Not really. I mean, I've been going to this for years now, so I pretty much know the ins and outs. Not sure if Cam has anything because he's never been before.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my questions will be on the spot. I'll be like, Ultra, can you help me out with this? I can't really think of anything on top of my head.
Well, I know you're asking about hair dryers.
Oh, yeah. My mum was like, are you going to take your hair dryer with you? I go, Mum, I'm sure they'll have hair dryers in their hotel. She's like, you got to make sure. And I'm like, I'll just text Ultra now.
Do you not have hair dryers in the UK?
I assumed it was obvious, but my mum didn't think so. She just wants me to be... She wants me to have good hair on the day, you know?
Hey, man, I'm wearing a hat.
Oh, well.
I'm wearing the hat
some of us have hair, Arjun.
I have hair. I'm just wearing the hat that I wear every time I'm on camera.
Oh, I see. Well, you look better in a hat. I wear hats, but that's mostly when my hair's greasy and I can't be asked to wash my hair.
I mean, most of the time I just can't be asked to, like, style my hair. Like, it's clean, it's washed, but it's all in my face hat.
Neither can I most of the time. I sometimes I just wash it and it just turns out alright. Sometimes it turns out terrible. It's a hit or miss.
Hat.
I'll ask you guys, is there any special guests that you're looking forward to seeing at the convention?
I might see David K. I'm not 100% sure on that. I would want to get something for him to sign, but I don't have anything for him to sign. Here, it probably have to be something I buy. So if I find something at the convention that he voiced that I buy, then I'll get him to sign something. If not, then I probably won't.
Yeah,
if
like
he's
an Armada Megatron or
Yeah, I have an Armada Galvatron.
Transmetal Megatron.
I have an Armada Galvatron coming like the day before
Yeah.
TFcon, but it doesn't have its box, and I don't know where he'd be able to sign it on the toy because that toy's full of jaggedy edges. So I'd have to figure that out.
might just
Yeah,
buy TF animated Optimus and just if it's in box and just have him sign it.
I see the clear
Yeah.
one with the jetpack a lot. You could buy that and have him sign it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do know that the guests charge for autographs and photos, so make sure you do bring extra money for that if you do want like autographs and photos. I know that's something that some other conventions don't do, but it helps us at TFCon if the guests can charge so that they kind of help make up that cost. And that's why TFCon is able to be so cheap, because like not everybody gets an autograph or a photo. So when you work that into the price of admission, you're kind of robbing people who don't want that stuff. Not that I'm trying to throw shade at TF Nation or anything, but I'm just saying like they have their way of doing it, and TFCon has ours. So I'm not saying one is better than the other, but I mean, we were grumbling about the prices.
I definitely was grumbling.
So I would love to go to TF Nation. It's very expensive for the plane ticket, especially at the moment.
Another guest that I totally forgot about till just now because I opened the website that I actually do want to meet is Aaron Archer. Because he designed most of the toys of my childhood. And every TFCon, I miss him ever so slightly. Like last year, excuse me, I know he goes to the after parties. And I was like, oh, cool, maybe I'll meet him there. And I went to the after party with my buddy. Aaron Archer went around and said hi to a bunch of people at different tables and then went to the bathroom, and then I never saw him again. And I was like, oh, I guess he's just not feeling well. So this year I do want to see him. One of my friends is actually he knows Proto Man, and Proto Man hangs out with Aaron Archer a lot. So when he goes to see Proto Man, I might go with him just to go say hi to Aaron Archer.
Yeah, Daniel will definitely be hanging out with Aaron. I wouldn't be surprised if he's at his table.
Yep. Maybe I'll bring my MPO
Aaron
one to
is
get signed.
Yeah, Aaron is super awesome. He's very chill. He's easy to talk to. And his daughter likes my stuff, so shout out to her. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely check out Aaron. I know it's not always about like I know the like voice actors get like the most attention, and then it's usually like the artists and then like the writers. But like, well, Aaron's also an artist, but he ran Transformers.
Oh God,
for like well over a decade. So like he is like a mountain of stories to tell. So like definitely go say hi to Aaron. He'll probably have a panel. So that is another thing to check out.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Aaron's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Occasionally he'll do like workshops at the convention, but I don't think he's done one in like the last little while. Probably because of like COVID restrictions, because usually it's in like a small room and stuff. But maybe, I don't know, maybe next year we could do one.
I like his Toy Armada podcast.
Yes.
It's really, really informative.
Yeah, I love listening to that.
Yeah, I like listening to it too.
I was going to say, the special guest I'm looking forward to seeing is, of course, Ultra Primal.
Yes.
Aww.
I get to see Ultra Primal again.
Yes. Aww. I get to meet all you lot in person as an like, all of you guys are a bonus.
Yeah, well, I've already met Ultra,
finally.
but I get to meet you.
Yay.
Yes.
It's like, it's going to be really cool.
Well, I think that's a good place to wrap things up.
Yep.
So I want to thank Toy Guy and Comodin Cam for joining me on this special TFcon edition of That's Just Primal.
Thank you for having us.
I think I just had a voice crack.
Oh my God.
It's spreading.
It's spreading.
The virus is spreading.
I'm the only one that's pure.
Are you? You know what? You're going to come to TFcon and then you're just going to voice crack up the wazoo. I just said up the wazoo. I feel old.
Oh my God. You old man.
Nobody says that anymore.
So make sure you remember to like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, especially for these two gentlemen.
Join.
Oh, you don't have to do
And-
that.
Join the Ultra Primal membership.
Yeah, hit the join button.
You get cool
You
perks.
get videos early.
This is all about Ultra, not us.
Yeah.
It's all about Ultra.
Yay. And
That's just Ultra.
that's just Ultra. That's not the name.
Oh, shoot. It's been 3 hours and I didn't get it right.
Aw.
No, I'm kidding. I actually kind of led you to the name creation, didn't I? I kind of like pushed you.
Yeah, that's
You pushed
That's
her?
what I was
That's
saying
not
at the-
very nice.
No, I
No.
said I was
he
thinking of the-
guided me.
Yeah, guided. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
It's a less violent word, yes.
I was like, why don't you have a catchphrase as a name? You know, like
Yeah.
you know that triple takeover podcast. You know, that's an episode name, so it's like try and lean more to that. And I had a list, and that was actually on the list, but I didn't put two and two together. When I said that's just Prime, I actually didn't put together Primal. I mean, you were like, because I was in my head, I was like thinking of all the catchphrases and all that kind of stuff. But ironically enough, I didn't think of that's just Primal. I just thought of that's just Prime, something
Yeah.
like that. And then you beat me. I was literally about to send you like 10 phrases, and you already said
Aw.
it. And I was like, that's it. Yes, absolutely. I love it.
Now I kind of want to know like what the other phrases were. It's like,
No,
oh,
you
I
can't.
could have picked
Sorry.
like
The other phrase was
Aw.
just the podcast was going to be called "Give Me
Nah.
Your Face."
Yeah.
I,
You die.
That is my favorite line in all of Transformers. Is "Give me your face." Who says that?
I was actually trying to think of like how can I do that but like make it about me. It's like, no, I can't.
It's all
Give
about
me your
me.
Ultra, give me your Primal.
Give
It's
me
like,
your face.
no, it just doesn't work.
I'll show
Oh,
you the
God.
real power of a primal.
Yeah.
That's too long.
Give me your gender.
Time to show you your gender. Just rips the face
Time
off.
to show you the real power of the LGBT.
Oh, I laughed so hard, and I don't know if you guys have seen my review. I laughed so hard when Unicron's playing with Prime. Don't Prime, I will give you anything you want. He's like, then die.
Prime
Just
literally,
blows
Yeah.
up.
Prime literally does a
It's like,
kill yourself
wow.
meme in the film.
G1
It's
G1
like,
fans hope
bruh.
G1 fans hoping Bayverse Prime's over, and they're just like it's like that Homelander meme where it's just like deafening sound. He's just staring at the cinema like we're back to square fucking one again.
Oh, Bayverse Prime is gone. This one's so great. I will end you, Scourge. Rips his head off, and then says Unicron, then die, and then blows up.
I will take off his head.
That's such a
like-
badass line, though.
Oh, it is. Oh, I loved it. Yeah, it made me laugh though because Peter Cullen said on a TFcon panel that there'll be some lines that Michael Bay would want him to say that he didn't like, but in this movie, he kind of says far worse shit.
I mean, he
obviously,
does
I guess the
push
context-
Scourge
direction.
into like a lava flow. It's
Yeah.
like, that's a brutal death for Optimus.
I guess
I
the
know.
context also helps too. Like, I guess with the Michael Bay films, Peter Cullen probably doesn't want to say certain lines knowing that he's going to be at point blank shooting Demolisher in the head. Like,
See, the thing is,
Yeah.
in the
Scourge.
new one, there is no moments of him just, you're incapacitated and you're answering my questions. I'm still gonna shoot you in the eye.
Yeah. Scourge collects insignias. Optimus Prime collects faces.
He's got what? Bone Crushers, the Fallen,
Yeah.
Scourges. Do we count Grindor?
Megatron. He's got all of them.
Sentinel. No, he didn't take Sentinel's head off. He just shot him.
He just shot him in the head.
Frasier.
He's like, don't Prime, please. He's like, die. He shoots him point blank in the face. In his defense, they were criminals.
Yeah. You know the original ending to that film? You know the whole story behind that?
Yeah.
So,
So much better.
My friend pointed out something recently to me about Dark of the Moon where at the end shot where Prime is giving like his little monologue speech and he's standing there, there's two shots that are framed with him on like the left or the right side of the screen because that's where Megatron was going to be standing. But they had to take him out of the thing, right? Because they changed the ending because the ending leaked.
Yeah.
And there's even a point where Optimus looks to that side to look at Megatron because he's a little bit taller than him. So he's looking in that eye line, but there's nobody there.
The thing is, with me, with the novel version, it's the more optimistic ending. But I can't help but not love, but it's a guilty pleasure ending. You know, Prime killing Sentinel, ripping Megatron's head off. You know, it was so badass when he could take him off with one arm. But it's like, you kind of want the novel version because it's more in line to the Prime character. But me and Lewis were talking about this extensively. We like it when he's a fucking maniac sometimes.
I mean,
like we like it when Prime goes mania mode. It's kind of a guilty pleasure that some fans can't help explain, I think.
that whole time to find out and then the clink of his battle mask, that's just perfect. I love that.
It's so good, but it's so unjustified.
The only thing I'd want from that book in the movie is the opening. Because the opening in that book, you get to see it from Prime's perspective, and you feel his emotions, and he sees everybody dying, and he even cares for the Decepticons that are dying, and then he chases after Starscream, and he's powerless to stop anything. I love that. And they didn't put it in the movie because they thought whatever they had was better, and it wasn't. It was fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the book is just great.
Anyway, back to ending this podcast.
Yeah.
Off topic again.
The people that hung in just got like a whole bonus thing.
Yeah. We couldn't
Put that in the members only thing.
Yeah. So
thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess if you haven't already, subscribe to Cam, subscribe to That Toy Guy. Aww. And we will see you
and subscribe
at
to Ultra.
TFcon Toronto.
Subscribe to Ultra.
Yeah, subscribe.
Do that.
Yeah, subscribe.
Yeah.
We'll see you at TFcon, guys.
Yeah.
Hope to see your lovely faces.
Come say hi to us.
We're nice.
Please wear deodorant.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We don't bite.
Yes, we don't.
Okay.
Yes, we don't.
I think that's a good ending.